And I was like, well, that's stupid. Nobody's wearing that perfume. However, it sent me down a rabbit hole of fatbergs because I'd never heard of fatbergs before. I didn't know what that was when they were. It's been around forever, and it's something that's been used. But I had never. And then I started looking at pictures of fatbergs, and it's just the most disgusting thing you've ever seen.
Fatberg would have been a great insult for a chunky kid in elementary school.
I got to teach my kids now.
Hey, fatberg.
Yeah, what's up, fatberg? What's a fatberg? Why do they keep calling me fatberg? Yeah, that's what you don't want, especially now that I know what it is. If my kid comes home from school one day and goes, Dad, they keep calling me fatberg. What is a fatberg? And I'd say, well, I don't want to have to be the one to tell you, but you know when you flush things down the toilet that you're not supposed to flush down the toilet? I mean the non-biodegradable things, like the shit-stained wipes that are not flushable wipes, but you flush them anyway because it'd be gross to put them in the garbage can. You know, the baby wipes, the used condoms, or things like that. Chewed up gum even, maybe. Well, apparently, all those things that are not biodegradable mix with all this like grease and oil and everything else in there, and it congeals and forms into these big masses of just solid, absolute waste. And there's no place for them to go. So when these guys go down into the sewage, part of what's in the sewage are these big rocks that are just masses of used baby wipes and flushed condoms and, you know, everything else you might flush down the toilet. It's so gross to look at it. And I started looking, and so they say, so, you know, the way they brought this, and I feel like it was just a reason and a way to bring fatberg content into the zeitgeist, into the mainstream. And there's got to always be somebody who knows about fatbergs that's like, how do we make it topical? How do we bring the fatberg conversation back up and make it seem like, oh, this is something that's happening now? It's not that we just want to talk about this gross stuff that's in the sewer. So they said, you know, oh, somebody's making perfume out of it. And nobody's buying the fatberg perfume. Nobody wants that. But no. They want the perfume where the commercial's in black and white, in slow motion, and Timothy Chalamet is looking in the camera lens, and it's like, yeah, that's the perfume I need. Not the, like, hey, you know well, it is technically the scumbag, the jizz-filled used condom that you flush down the toilet. We can make a perfume out of that. It's a literal eau de toilette.
You've never wanted to smell a woman's neck and breathe in the scent of feces?
No. And technically, it's not feces. It's everything. Because it would have the essence of feces, not the full smell, right? Because it's surrounded. It's infused almost.
Notes of feces.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Coriander.
That's it. That's it. Because I mean, look, the baby wipes do have a nice smell to them. So that with kind of a hint of fecal remnants and Nicole from the Morning Mashup's iPhone would all be like combined into this thing. But no, I started looking at these fatbergs and I saw that a couple of years ago, England had a big problem because one of their sewage treatment areas got completely clogged by just a mass of a massive fatberg. And I can't imagine going into that field of work. Like even just having to deal with individuals, gross stuff, whether it's an exterminator, whether it's a plumber, whether it's any of this stuff, the disgusting stuff that you must see going into somebody's house. My hat's off to you. I can't imagine what they deal with. But then to take it a step further and to be like, no, I go into the sewer and I go through the sewage of everybody. And sometimes the weird shit that just gets flushed down the toilet. Yeah, I got to move that so that everything can go through. They say that the flushable wipes aren't even actually flushable. That you're not supposed, even when it says this baby wipe is flushable, that you're not really supposed to flush them. But I do flush them when they say they're flushable.
Me too.
I mean, because I can't, because it's real difficult in that moment to put community over self, where you know that it would be better for the population as a whole to avoid fatbergs entirely. The reason you're not flushing is not because of your stuff, but it's because of your stuff, combined with your neighbor's stuff, combined with the guys across the street stuff, that eventually masses up into this huge thing. So the idea, of course, you're like, well, for my community, I want to avoid fatbergs. But on an individual level, the idea of having shit-stained baby wipes in the garbage can is revolting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Well, you're benefiting your micro community by not loading the little bathroom garbage with shit-stained wipes.
Can you imagine somebody coming over and like, oh, can I use the bathroom? No. It's full of wipes and stinks to high heaven.
It's not happening.
No, you're right. I mean, it's always difficult to see the macro perspective. The micro perspective is always so right there. But the problem is that they call this the Mike Rowe perspective because he's the one that's going to have to go down and do the dirty job and clean up fatbergs. I would love to have him next time he's in. Somebody make a note of this. Next time we have Mike Rowe in, I want to know if he's ever confronted like real life fatbergs, because for some reason, I just can't think of anything more disgusting.
I did a search for fatbergs dirty jobs. I didn't see anything come up with Mike Rowe.
He probably turned it down.
He's probably like, absolutely not.
I'm not doing that gross shit.
No.
That's disgusting. Because that means it goes through all the feces and then lives forever. And then what do you do with it? Once you like unclog it out of these like sewage pipes, do you have to carry it out and put it in a garbage bag? I mean, some of these sewage workers, the way they're taking pictures with the fatbergs that they find, it's like when you like a fisherman, like Mike Iaconelli, getting a big catch and going like, look what I caught. Look at the size of this fatberg. And once you see them, by the way, and if you Google image it, or maybe we'll tweet out a photo or something like that, but once you see them, it's impossible to tell what it's made of at all. Like it's impossible to see what the ingredients are, which to me is even grosser. It's just what you know what it is? It's nasty. It's real nasty.
Given the newfound profit motive behind fatbergs, do you think people will start like factory farming them?
Oh, because the perfume?
Like setting up situations where they have a number of commodes lined up and they just force feed fat guys who sit over, they shit, they wipe, they drop the stuff,
Okay.
They have couples come in, have sex, and they create sort of a potpourri in the septic tank below the facility.
The couples for the condoms.
Yeah, for the condoms,
yeah,
they do a woman for a used tampon, and then they have harvesters who go in there. And they grab them and they kind of figure out what kind of scents they can manufacture.
I'm glad you came up with that theory because I think it's accurate. I think it's very possible, especially if this fatberg perfume is the rousing success that I think they think it will be. I forgot about the tampons, but you're right. Tampons are right in that category. For me, I was worried about an industry forming, you know, like how blood diamonds have become such a problem. Like what if people start losing their lives and their limbs in the hunt to try to get these fatbergs out of the sewers? I didn't even think that we'd go, because that's almost going lab-grown fatbergs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To purposefully destroy your macro community because you know that you'll have what would have been liquid gold, but now actually solid gold down in the sewers so you can make your perfumes.
It becomes a more valuable fatberg if it's harvested by an African warlord.
I think that's true. And I wonder, too, if they'll, like, you know, maybe they'll spritz it with some kind of scent before it goes down the drain, knowing that once it forms, you'll have that, you know, little like when you see a diamond, it comes from a certain place. It's got that little color. Remember Uncut Gems? Like part of it was like the color that came from this diamond was like nothing you've ever seen before. Which, by the way, still years later, every time I walk down the Diamond District, it's the only thing I think about is all these guys. I know one of these guys is going to Mike Francesa and trying to settle a debt. Barry in Atlanta. What's up, Barry?
Hey, bud.
Hey, man.
I was just going to say about the flushable wipes. It messes up your plumbing between your house and then the public sewer. You'll be responsible for that.
So it's not going to go down and create a fatberg?
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's just...
So
it'll screw up your plumbing. So when you say in the moment, I'm just going to throw them down there, I get it, I've done it.
Yeah.
But you got to be mindful that it's going to be at your cost.
But
You're
if it
gonna
says
have to have it all fixed.
If it says, how can they say flushable wipes?
I don't know. I don't understand it myself, but it happened at a place I used to live, and I don't do it anymore.
Wow.
Keep a trash can next to the toilet.
Oh, you got to get
Just warning you.
Dude, you got to get the bidet. You got to get the bidet. You can't.
I know.
You can't. Thank you, Barry. I mean, yeah, man. The idea of there's nothing more disgusting. I'd rather know that fatbergs are everywhere than be at even an acquaintance's house, take a piss, wash my hands, look over at the waste paper basket, and see brown stains on baby. You can't do that. It's not. It feels like we've evolved.
What about like diaper genies?
There's also something to me. Diaper genies are great because, of course, when you have a baby, and I do, you can't. I mean, they're going through baby wipes left and right. You can't flush them, and I don't. You know,
diapers,
huh?
And just diapers.
You can't flush diapers?
No, man.
All right. Well, we're 11 months in, but
how do they not invent a flushable wipe? How is that not possible?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Everything says, and it says this is a flushable wipe, but then people who know are like, that's not flushable. It's going to fuck everything up. It makes no sense.
But everybody still does it.
Everybody still does it because you can't.
They're sold in the toilet paper aisle.
Right.
It's implied.
Because two things. Number one, once you go to a wet wipe after a dry wipe, you're never going, okay, that was a fun experiment. I'm going to stick with dry. Nobody's ever tried a wet wipe and gone, you know what? I get it, but I think I'm going to stick with dry going forward. That's never been a thought that anybody's had. And also, nobody's ever like, oh, I should just throw this in the garbage right here?
No.
Perfect.
I pay so much in rent here in the city, I don't care. It's like, not my fucking problem.
I like that.
You figure it out.
I like that. That's very, you have a laissez-faire attitude about your community.
Plus your bathroom door's open anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's a mess to begin with.
And you can, and we know Troy's habits.
I know.
The fatberg that exists under right under the apartment building.
Lower East Side fatberg.
Like I think that we're going to end up in a scenario 2-3 years from now, say, where there's going to be a mystery news story about an apartment building in New York City that's been slowly rising. And they don't understand why this building is rising up higher and higher and why the sidewalks around it are starting to crack. And we'll realize the building exists on top of a fatberg because Troy is like, no. I pay rent. This is your issue.
It's just wipes and cat hair.
That's right. Yeah, Troy's dumping the litter box into the toilet, too.
Well, you can dump the turds. So there's a little bit of litter on them.
Sure. And you do it enough times, and a little bit becomes a lot of bit, right?
Not my problem.
No. You pay rent?
I pay a lot. Bro, you have no idea what the rent I pay.
Is it high or low?
Astronomical. So if I'm going to wipe my ass, it's going to be a wet wipe. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
You tell the landlord that?
I don't get... He's a dick.
You're like, hey,
he's a dick.
You're like, hey, by the way...
I mean, it wouldn't shock me at this point.
I'm going to do whatever I want.
Troy is so passive-aggressive. It wouldn't shock me at this point if he wiped his ass with a T-shirt and flushed it. Like, it's just like, whatever can go down that drain is going down that drain.
Yeah, and that jerk-off can figure it out.
Excuse me, Mr. Kwan, have you been flushing things down the toilet? Yup, and that's your fucking problem, asshole. Chris on Long Island.
What's up, fella?
Hey,
how you doing?
Good.
So, two things. Number one, I bought the smart toilet with the bidet. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Oh, you mean is it the Japanese toilet?
Yeah, it looks like a regular toilet, but it's got the jet that comes out and cleans your ass. Well, I wiped first,
yes,
obviously, and then you use the jet to fucking clean it out. Number two, before I had that, I would still wipe with toilet paper, and the last wipe, you know, you use the fucking the wet wipe, the baby wipe.
Yeah,
so
but
there's no shit on it really in the garbage pail next to the bowl, so you really didn't see nothing, you know.
I know what you're saying. However, I do think that more often than we'd like to admit that sometimes you use the wet wipe as the sort of final coat, and you realize that it's not the final coat. You know, I got more. You realize you got more work to do.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But listen, that toilet bowl I bought, It was $400, not more expensive than a regular toilet bowl. It's the best thing ever. It shoots warm water in your asshole. What's better than that? And it's clean, fresh.
Clean and fresh. There's a Brita filter right on it. That's beautiful. Thank you, Chris.
Yes. All right, man. Enjoy.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the bidet is a game changer. And you can get them now just like as an attachment to the toilet. You ever think about doing that?
I might do it in Florida.
Because that's your toilet.
Yeah, because I don't want to fuck those pipes up.
Right.
I mean, I still use the paper, but I'm kind of like, I'm having some second thoughts. I mean, of the wet wipes, you know?
You're right, because that is going to be your
Because it's going to be
problem.
my problem
It is.
when it happens.
It is. Yeah. Although, that's interesting that he says uses the paper first, then bidet. Because I would go bidet, paper, and then maybe once more over with the bidet, because why not?
You just blast it with the bidet and then clean it off with the paper. So you
Right,
can even
dry
do the
it
wet
up, because
wipes.
you don't want water in your pants. You know, you know how to, you already know the deal, dude. I mean,
I'm a pro.
we were making fun of you yesterday for all the stupid stuff, but this is where you're like
This
a
is where I
professor.
shine.
Yes.
You're a Viking.
Yeah, that's right. Troy's got a doctorate in bowel movements.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's made a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
Shane in North Carolina.
Hey, the thing with wet, quote-unquote flushable wipes is semantic. Can you physically push that rag down the toilet? Yes. The problem is it doesn't break up. Toilet paper is designed specifically to break up. That's why it's, quote, flushable, but it doesn't fall apart, so that's why it clogs. It's the worst thing in human history.
Yeah, I thought that the difference was that when they say flushable, it means it's going to break up.
Nope.
So they're just saying
Not at all.
flushable in the sense that it'll go, you won't see it anymore. After you hit flush, it won't be in the bowl, so don't even worry about it.
Correct.
Wow.
Every plumber's worst nightmare or best nightmare, money-wise, is these flushable wipes. Dumbest thing in the world.
That really is. How many times do you think a plumber has gone to a house going, do you use wet wipes? And the people go, yeah, but don't worry, they're flushable.
Yeah, they're flushable.
Yeah.
They're not flushable. Well, they're flushable, but they're not going to fall apart, so they're going to be the first thing that clogs.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, I wonder if plumbers, there was some kind of group of plumbers that brought that together to make sure that they stay in work forever. Because I can't imagine how many toilets get flushed. But they lie, you know. I was reading all this news about red dye number 3 getting banned, and they said that 35 years ago, they said you can't put this in cosmetics anymore because it's bad for you. But they were just letting us consume it for the entire time, no problem. And now they finally ban it. But, like, what has it been doing for the last 35 years or more? I mean, I'm assuming that it was around before 35 years ago. That's just when they banned it from cosmetics and everything. I feel like this is RFK's first, like, victory because he's been very much against the dyes in food. But this is like a fabric dye that they were just, and I guess it's not a surprise to anybody that we're just eating poison all the time.
It's fine.
You know, we've got, yeah, that's it. That's it. You started hearing when you were in school. I remember, like, in school it was yellow 5 reduces sperm count. Everybody knew yellow 5 reduces sperm count. And when you saw,
is that what was in Mountain Dew?
yes,
Okay.
yes. And when you saw a kid drinking Mountain Dew, you would accuse him of having no sperm.
That's right.
That's what you would do. You'd say, you have a low sperm count. And he'd go, what? I'm 12. And it's like a big deal. You're less of a man. You have a low sperm count. You're never going to have kids. Enjoy your Mountain Dew. But guess what? Mountain Dew was literally at its peak. It was the most popular beverage ever. Everybody loved it.
Yeah. It ruled.
You were willing to look past it. You're like, it couldn't be that bad if I can get it in the store.
But then you saw someone eating green M&Ms, and you were like, oh.
What does green M&Ms
Make you horny.
Green M&Ms do make you horny. I forgot.
Right.
You
I
guys
forgot.
forgot?
No, I
Totally,
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot that green M&Ms were an
Only the
aphrodisiac.
green ones.
Yeah. Because of the dye that they put in the green.
Yeah.
Did they get like, so if you want to get a chick over to your place,
Yeah.
you get a bowl of just green M&Ms.
But if you don't want to impregnate her, you drink a lot of Mountain Dew.
Right. Well, I've been drinking Mountain Dew for 2 weeks. And also I've been saving all the green M&Ms from my packets. So I think I'm pretty much all set.
I'm ready for love.
Yeah, my girlfriend's coming over, and let me tell you something. I've thought I'm covering all the bases here.
Well, because you're not trying to put a condom into the fatbergs.
No, I'm getting no babies, no fatbergs, horniness, no sperm, very, very low sperm count, a lot of Mountain Dew. But so they said red dye number 3 has been banned from cosmetics and topical drug use since 1990 over evidence that it caused cancer.
It was approved for use, by the way, because you asked earlier, in 1907.
Okay, so they went 1907 to 90. So it had an 83-year run.
And they were gonna ban it in the 90s, but then it was like just too much of a thing.
So they go like, I mean, it's the 90s. You think red dye number 3 is our biggest problem?
Where did I see it?
Which is wild because the 90s, I would say, per capita, was the most bright red food that I ever remember existing. What's the best ring pop?
Strawberry.
What's the best push pop?
Strawberry.
What's the best Skittle?
The red.
What's the best flavor of milk?
Strawberry.
I mean, it's literally. What's the best type of gummy? I'll give you a hint. They come from Sweden.
Swedish fish?
Yeah. What color are they?
Red.
Right. Would you ever get, when they came out later, and they were like, this is Swedish fish in all the colors. Would you ever get that?
No.
What color would you get? A whole
Red.
bag? Yeah. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever eat Twizzlers growing up?
No, I hate Twizzlers. But
Popular?
they look nice.
Right. Right. And
The color really pops.
I, interestingly enough, I'm 100% with you. I don't like Twizzlers either.
I think they're absolute. I think licorice is disgusting.
But aside from me and you, everybody else loves Twizzlers.
Loves Twizzlers.
Especially then. After they banned it from topical use, everybody was like, we can still eat Twizzlers, right? And the FDA was like, And so
Yeah,
it's
do
like,
whatever you want.
Yeah, good enough for me.
The FDA previously announced that it intended to ban it in food in 1992, but ultimately did not take action because of the resources that would be needed to remove its authorization. So they were like,
Can I
hey,
start saying that when my wife is like, did you take the trash out? And I say, well, I had intentions of taking the trash out, but I did not because of the resources that it would require
to remove the trash.
To remove the trash, yeah.
So 30 years ago, they were like, this is not good for you to eat. But it's going to be so much work.
You just have to sign that thing. I have to go all the way over there. I have to sign the thing. They're going to write an article. They're going to be like, how bad is it really? Like,
It's too much. Just keep it in for now.
you just keep it in, and we'll revisit, say, 30 years from now. Give it 30. We'll see if it's still bad. They're like, it's been bad for 87 years.
Yeah, we know. Cancer. Rats. It's not going to change.
Yeah, the rats got cancer. I mean, the rats, who knows what the rats were doing? No, they were lab controlled. We know exactly what. Nah, I don't know. So the FDA yesterday issued an order that will ban it from food products and ingested drugs in the U.S. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Food manufacturers, wait till you hear this, have until January 2027 to remove it from all products, while makers of ingested drugs have until 2028.
Nice.
I understand it's going to take you some time to take the bad, terrible chemicals out of your food because you want to dye it bright red.
And they probably have so much inventory.
Right. When you got to remove, let's say, does 1 year sound good? How about 2 years? Okay, 2 years it is. It's January 2025 right now.
Yeah.
So it's another 2 years.
And then the drug company's like, can we have an extra year?
Sure. Yes. Yeah. Why do you need to dye drugs red?
And why does it take 3 years to just stop putting the red in?
I mean, they're pills. They don't need to be a color. Nobody's going like, well, I use Tylenol because it looks the most delicious. Nobody says that. Oh, what do you have that's the most appetizing looking over-the-counter medicine? Yeah, I'll take that. It says the FDA previously announced it would intend to ban it from food. Oh, yeah, in 1992. I mean, I also am like, I'm 100% full of red dye number 3.
Yeah.
I have to be, right?
It's coursing through your veins.
Yeah, I can't tell you the amount of... I mean, what about quarter waters? We're on the East Coast.
I'm sure
Bright red quarter waters?
I almost called it cherry, but I don't even know if it's cherry. It's just red.
Red. That's what. Even when you were before, when I was like the best flavor, you're like strawberry. I was like, I don't know what that is.
Sure. Yeah.
You mean red? That's what it is. Red's the best flavor, other than blue raz. As long as you're going to tell me everything is still cool with blue raz, I think I'll survive. But yeah, I mean those bright red quarter waters that just tasted like medicine with a ton of sugar in it. Yeah.
Or Freezy Pops.
Oh, the Freezy, of course.
The red Freezy Pops are the best ones.
How many red Freezy Pops could you go through in one summer day?
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
dozens.
As a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they cost 15 cents. So your parents would just be like, yeah, eat the whole box. I don't care.
Yeah, it's sugar water. Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, you're good to go. Because you're going to run around in circles outside all day anyway. So you're going to be tired. Yeah. You'll be fine. And it's like, oh, we might have to worry about diabetes. No, we got bigger fish to fry than diabetes. We got red dye number 3. Don't worry. Most of that sugar was fake as well, so you won't get diabetes. You'll get whatever red dye number 3. No, don't tell me it's in Peeps.
Peeps already began the process of removing red number 3 after California passed the ban 2 years ago.
Oh, good for Peeps.
Yeah.
Good for Peeps.
I don't like Peeps, so whatever.
I mean,
They're
fine. I mean,
It's just marshmallow.
It's a marshmallow.
Yeah.
With a little glitter sprinkle on it. Wow.
I like my mallow to be like over a fire.
I never tried that. Can you toast them?
Sam, you're killing me.
They said it's commonly found in gum, candy, and cookies. So literally the 3 best foods.
All the food groups.
Yeah. And that includes, I mean, Brock's candy corn, which... Say that again?
I love candy corn.
You know what?
Candy corn is really divisive.
I know. We're lining up a lot here.
Yeah.
And it's making me a little nervous.
I love candy corn.
Hate Twizzlers. I'll eat candy corn by the handful.
Oh, yeah.
And was literally doing it up until this very Halloween.
Good for you.
Yeah. I wish
There's another thing on that list, by the way, that's also divisive. I'm interested to see where you line up on.
This is great. Yeah. Like, I wish they had let us know maybe in the beginning of October about the candy corn thing instead of waiting until January. Because guess what? My candy corn consumption doesn't stop in October because you could still eat the pumpkin candy corns
they're so
at
good.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, of course.
The brown candy, because the white, orange, and yellow candy corns are meant for Halloween. But the ones with the brown tops are still good to go through Thanksgiving.
Those are just autumn candy corns.
Yeah, they're harvest candies. Those are to celebrate the harvest. The other ones are Halloween. If it's a little ghost shape or whatever, those are fine, Halloween.
Troy, no candy corn for you?
hell no.
Wow.
Okay.
And I can't believe licorice. If I bring in Australian licorice for you to try that I say is the best, would you try it?
No, those are for grown-ups.
Yeah, exactly.
Australian licorice?
Yeah.
No.
Was it? Well, I would try red licorice.
You would?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the best.
I mean, I would try. I'll tell you what. I would try red before black.
Black is
Black's for
unedible.
psychos.
It's
Yeah.
unedible.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. It's like when an Australian person goes, you know what's great, a Vegemite sandwich. And it's like, it isn't. It isn't. Vegemite is the most disgusting thing you could ever have. It's animal fat and salt. It's gross.
It's like a fatberg.
That's what Vegemite is. They scrape the top off of a fatberg and they spread it on toast. That's what they do in Australia. It's weird. Okay, so candy corn, and both Halloween version and harvest to celebrate the harvest are on the list. Okay, this is bad. Brock's conversation hearts, which are obviously picking up right now because they're going to be passed around. You know, we're less than a month from Valentine's Day. Is conversation hearts?
I love conversation hearts.
I'm not. That's a huge statement to make.
I love them.
That's a weird statement to make.
Why?
Because who loves
It's
those?
just pure sugar.
I mean, they're fine if they're there in a box. You eat them, but like you're not. I would never seek them out.
Yeah,
So,
like,
these
I
are
get
delicious.
excited when it's like Valentine's season because it's the only time they come around.
Like-
it's the only time it's socially acceptable to eat them.
Is that when they come around? Boom, boom, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. I will get excited about candy corn, and I will buy candy corn in a store and just eat it myself. Can't say that about
All right.
conversation hearts.
Okay.
If there are conversation hearts around, I think I'm more like you.
If there's a box, you're like, okay, fine.
Okay,
Like
I'll
if I
have.
put a bowl out for company, you're
Sure,
going to have a handful.
I will, except they're different flavors.
Yes.
And so, like, I'll be eating these conversation hearts, and then I'll pop one in, and it's like a mint, and I'll go, what the fuck?
No.
What the fuck was that?
No, if I want a mint, I'm having a single packed Lifesavers mint.
That's a good mint.
That's a good one.
That single packed white Lifesaver mint is a good, especially when you pop it in, you think it's spearmint, but it's wintergreen, and it's like a nice cool sensation.
And it's also kind of like candy.
It's kind of like candy, but you're doing it like when I would go into WWE in their old studio, they would always have a bowl of those single serve Lifesavers.
Oh, I'm taking a handful.
Well, I would take a couple every time, and I'd pop one in immediately. And I'd act as if I was doing a professional service because I want to come in with good breath in case I, have a very important conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I was also enjoying the sensation of having candy. That's true. That's a good point, Travis.
Thank you.
Mike, where do you stand on conversation hearts? You like to eat those?
I think there's a profound sadness if a man buys himself a box
That's
of
right.
conversation hearts.
He is. He is. And I think Travis is. Do you?
I could see that happening.
I could too.
You think I'm going into the Walgreens and just getting a box for myself?
Here's cloudy February
Keep 'em in
day
my
out on
coat
the island.
pocket.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's what's happened before. Travis has gone into the Walgreens. He gets a box of conversation hearts. The cute, not hot, but cute cashier checks him out and thinks to herself, what a lucky girl he's with. She's going to get a box of conversation hearts. And then before Travis leaves the store, she witnesses him opening up the box and eating them. And she goes, what a sad man.
He's outside fumbling with the cellophane
That's
while
right.
a long receipt whips in the wind.
Yes, because he gets the whole... She goes, do you need a receipt? He goes, I do. And he does. He gets that long receipt because he's going to go home and coupon clip and eat his candy hearts. It's a lonely life for you, Travis, and I'm sorry.
You got me.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's accuracy. That's it. Betty Crocker sprinkles. That's bad news. I don't know if the sprinkles that I use are Betty Crocker or regular. I don't know. I think I just buy sprinkles. You put them on ice cream. What do you do? This is a weird one. Betty Crocker loaded mashed
I thought that was
potatoes
a weird one too.
has red dye number 3. Maybe is there cheese in them that's...
Or maybe for the look of like a potato skin.
Oh,
Maybe.
or like
bacon bits?
Bacon. Yeah, that's what
You darken it. You need fabric dye to make the bacon look more like bacon?
everything's dye
It is.
for food.
It is. I saw there was a video that RFK put out, and he was standing in front of literally a table full of everything I eat, Doritos, Cheez-Its, and I was like, I'm not even watching this because I'm guaranteeing it's not a video of here are all the great things to eat. And I eat all of them, so I won't be watching this. Let's go to James in Kentucky. What's up, James?
Sammy Brand Muffins.
Hey, bud.
Hey, you guys are talking about mints. You're missing the best mints. They're the Christmas mints, the little round ones that are like puffy that just melt in your mouth.
Christmas mints.
Those are great.
Well, I don't think I know what you're talking
you
about.
do. Hang
Yeah,
on.
of course you do.
Just like a peppermint.
Oh, you've got to.
Peppermint, but it's got the red and the white on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's really airy and spongy.
Sure.
But-
These guys.
but solid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I like these so much that I followed like an old school candy store on TikTok that makes their own, and you can see them like it's like they heat it up and they like kind of whip it into like a rope of peppermint, and then they have to cut it before it cools down, and they make peppermints like that. It's amazing. You're right. That's a good mint. That's a real good mint. But there's that red stripe. I wonder if it's red dye number 3.
Of course it is.
You think so?
Everything. It's in everything.
Damn it. Thank you, James.
What are we supposed to eat?
I don't know. Kale?
Even that. There's like pesticides and all
Yeah,
sorts of shit on it.
Of course there is. There's DDT all over everything. And not the good kind that Jake Roberts wins his matches with. The bad kind that it was named after. Oh.
What do you got?
Strawberry Ensure we can't drink anymore, they said.
That's what I have for dessert.
What do you get if somebody orders pancakes?
Scissor.
That's all you sip, huh?
Yes.
I
have a boost for breakfast.
I'll tell you that. A diet like that could drive a sane man berserk. Or should I say berserk? More innocent times. Yeah, you can't have strawberry in Sure. Or strawberry ring pops, which I would imagine is not just the ring pop. I don't think attaching it to the ring is what makes it dangerous. I would imagine. But, so is that to say that all these, like, whether it's a ring pop or a push pop or a Tootsie Pop or any blow pop, we should just get the other flavors fine?
I think so. I think it's the fact that the red.
The red.
Yeah.
What about watermelon?
I haven't seen anything that talks about watermelon. I've seen specifically strawberry. Fruit by the foot, Starburst, which I guess is red, is bad.
What's fruit by the foot?
What's fruit by the foot?
Starburst.
I think it's just fruit by the foot that tastes like Starburst. Which sounds delicious.
I mean,
I'm not above unrolling an entire fruit by the foot and shoving the whole thing in my mouth.
I mean, when they made those like tie-dye fruit by the foots that was like wildberry,
yeah,
it changed my life forever. And I go like, and it would be a thing you do to impress your friends. You know, I can unroll this fruit by the foot. I'll put the whole thing in my mouth. They go, no. I've never seen anything like that before. That's 3 feet. I go, yeah.
Because I knew I couldn't do it.
And Sam, you haven't done growth hormone yet. You're about 2'8". That fruit by the foot, that's more fruit roll up than you are. I go, yeah, I'm eating the whole thing in one bite.
And that's how you get friends.
That is true. I mean, look, you're not going to win them with salad.
Nope.
Bob in New Jersey.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Would any of this ban happen if the Sam Roberts candy cartel was at the height of its power?
Oh, if the high school candy cartel, thank you, buddy, was still running, my high school candy business was still running, I would have lobbied so hard against this ban, because I mean, the red is what sells. This would have driven me crazy as a bootleg candy salesman in the early aughts. It was like the robber baron era, but for candy. Yeah, no. This would have shot my business in the foot. The fruit by the foot. It would have been terrible.
You'll never financially recover.
I'd be watching this report. I'd be like, somebody's got to shut this RFK up now. I am never going to financially recover from this. Yeah, strawberry ring pops, which I would imagine, and I'm buying my kids push pops and ring pops like they're going out of style. They loved them.
I don't think they're popular anymore, but I used to love fruit roll-ups. Remember those?
Oh,
fruit roll-ups were great.
I wonder if that was in those.
I bet. They were real bright red, weren't they?
They really were. Those were the best ones.
I mean, I couldn't imagine having...
I mean, the grape ones were like, ugh.
Remember when, when somebody would be like, oh, I got a yellow fruit roll-up.
Ugh. They went right in the
disgusting.
Trash. Yeah.
And you go, and you'd say, you know how they make them yellow? It's with P, is what you'd tell your friends. Yeah.
You can either have red number 3 or P.
Or I'm taking red number 3 10 times out of 10.
All day.
Like, look at how bright that picture of the fruit roll-up is.
It's got to be red number 3.
It's the best one.
Are they in Gushers?
I think in a red Gusher, it's literally just, like, the inside is just red dye number 3. It's just the liquid.
I thought it was pure fruit juice.
No, it's just the dye. They just put the dye in the middle.
Sugar.
Yeah, they put sugar and the dye in the middle of the Gusher.
I thought it was juice sourced straight from the berry.
I mean, is there a world where these things are not bright red, but taste the exact same? Because this is fabric dye. This is not what's making anything taste like anything. Is there a world where, like, this stuff doesn't look like this, and and kids still go, this is delicious? I think probably not.
I mean, I don't think it's like making such a difference that it's like, that looks disgusting now. Like, it's been like illegal in like Europe, and people still eat fruit by the foot there, I assume.
No, they don't. They don't even have feet.
Crumpets. Yeah.
They have a whole different system. You go fruit by the foot, they go, what the hell are you talking about?
What is a foot?
No, I don't know. But the fact that their teeth are so jacked up, it means they're eating some kind of candy.
That's true.
So maybe you're right. Morningstar Farms veggie bacon strips.
That's right.
This feels like a real betrayal of trust, because you get the veggie bacon strips thinking, well, I'm taking care of myself. Like, I'm doing all these people, they're doing terrible things to their hearts. They're doing terrible things to the animals. Not me. I got veggie bacon strips. And it's like, cool, enjoy red dye number 3, asshole.
I mean, a lot of that veggie stuff is worse than eating the actual thing.
Because it's all like manufactured.
It's all chemicals.
Right. Hey, guess what? You're not killing any animals, just yourself. Enjoy. Double Bubble Original Twist Bubblegum. That feels very specific.
Well, I think that's the one that looks the most pink.
But what's with the twist?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
That's just the official name. Mm-hmm. I don't fucks with a double bubble, but
why not?
I'm not a real gum guy.
You know,
I can never blow a bubble.
What?
What? I'm safe space.
You can't blow a bubble with gum. Oh
no! If you
Mike,
if you put like $1,000 on the table and you were like, "I'll give this to you if you can blow a bubble," you'd be walking away with your $1,000.
What do you think's more embarrassing for a man, Mike?
For a man?
For a man. Yeah, that's a good question.
This is something you learn young in being a man.
Yeah. What's more embarrassing for a man?
My dad failed me.
100%. He did a terrible job. He honestly, and was a legend in this industry. Mm-hmm. He did a terrible job as a father, unfortunately.
He's too busy working.
He was, I mean, he provided.
Yeah.
You wanted for nothing. And look at the nice piece of property you're on now because of it. But you can't blow a bubble?
No.
Crazy.
My son can.
Your son's already cooler than me.
Way cooler. Mike, a man goes in. Who would you rather be? The man who goes into a Walgreens and buys himself candy hearts and eats them in the parking lot lonely while he's listening to Barry Manilow? Probably the song Mandy in the parking lot. Or a man who buys a whole thing of Double Bubble or Big League Chew or whatever gum it is, and just chews, and nary a bubble comes out because he can't do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like just a weak jaw mewing away at Double Bubble, which we used to chew it before football games in high school.
Oh, the bubbles must have been insane.
Oh yeah, blow big bubble in the locker room before you head out.
Would you have bubble competitions?
You chase your ephedrine with some bubble gum.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Strong jaw.
That's right.
You weren't having Big League Chew?
No. The last time I had Big League Chew was when I first joined the Marine Corps. I had a big wad of it with some Red Man.
Nice.
And we hit a bump on a truck ride, and I swallowed the Red Man juice, and I projectile vomited all over the truck. So I don't go near either product anymore.
It's one of those wild army stories.
Oh, that's so gross.
I was able to contain most of it into an MRE bag, but
after you puke, you just have to look around at the people that you're with going, I swallowed the juice. I'm sorry.
I did.
Yeah.
And we were in the field for the rest of the week.
I'm sorry, I swallowed the juice.
So I was just kind of coughing up bile for a few days before I could eat again.
Oh.
At least the hearts provide sustenance.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't blow a bubble.
Troy, is there anything more pathetic that you've ever heard in your life than an adult man?
Troy, there's got to be something more pathetic.
Think about it.
I'm hard pressed to try to figure something out. I mean, that's pretty bad.
Gun to your head. What's more pathetic than a grown-ass man that can't blow a bubble with bubble gum? Are you dead?
I don't know.
He's dead. He's dead. I just shot him in the head because there's no answer.
How do you not just try to figure it out?
I would, and I just can't.
Can you whistle?
You know what? I used to be able to, and then, like, after I got braces, I couldn't do it anymore.
What?
I used to be able to whistle no problem.
Oh, because probably you had, like, maybe there was, like, a key gap.
Yeah, maybe.
In a tooth that would, like, the wind would blow properly.
But I noticed that, like, after I got my braces off in, like, my late teens or whatever, I just couldn't do it anymore.
You got braces because they put that dental plan in your dad's workplace?
Yeah. Well, because they kept saying Travis needs braces.
Right. Now, I had heard that they had offered to replace the dental plan with an extra serving of tartar sauce.
I was fine with that.
Okay.
I told my dad, get it.
Yeah, get the tartar sauce. Let them have their tartar sauce. Pathetic, right?
I just don't know why you wouldn't try to figure it out. I mean,
I did try to figure it out, and I couldn't figure it out, and then I had other things to do.
But I'm sure as an adult, you're 50 at this point? I'm sure you would
have. I'm not 50.
Good for you, by the way.
You're not 50?
No.
By
the way, that's my bit.
Did you know he wasn't 50?
I had no idea. By the way, gun to my head, I would have said 50.
How do you not just be like, I have gum in my mouth? Let me try to see if I can figure this out.
I did.
And then you sit on the boat and you're like, well, let me watch a YouTube. I'm sure there's a YouTube tutorial.
I would watch
There's no way in hell that I'm going to be 43 watching YouTube tutorials.
We're not talking about 5 years ago. We're talking about now.
No. That's my current age.
What?
My mind's blown at the time. I would have, if you would have held a gun to my head, what's his age? I would have said 50.
Suspend disbelief.
This is every conversation we have. We're just constantly putting guns to each other's heads. We don't trust each other at all. We're just, nope. Gun to your head.
Listen, this is a place to share, and
I appreciate your honesty.
I appreciate your honesty too, and you are right. If somebody were to walk past you, I couldn't even have a family member catching me watching a YouTube tutorial on how to blow a bubblegum bubble.
It's on the boat. Nobody's on there. Nobody's looking at him.
It's just something that I'm like, all right, this is something I'm never going to do. It's like when Creed wants to learn how to do a cartwheel.
Right.
Have you considered a thinner, softer piece of gum?
Right.
You know what? I tried with well, I mean, this is 40 years ago. I don't know what I tried with, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Or
Because I
maybe
used to like gum. I would like Bazooka Joe.
Oh, Bazooka Joe's a good gum.
I would like, what was that cinnamon gum that came out when it was in the 90s and everybody was
Big
eating
Red?
it? Big Red?
Oh yeah, but your fresh breath goes on and on while you're chewing.
Yeah.
Make it last a little longer with Big Red.
What about the bubblegum tape? Remember that?
Bubble tape.
Yeah, bubble tape.
That was the shit.
6 feet of bubble gum.
I just put the whole thing in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It wasn't for a lack of liking bubble gum.
Drool is coming down your chin. Yeah, Big Red was the makeout gum.
Yeah.
That's how they marketed it. And you're just
icebreakers.
You're just sitting there before we make out. Do you want to blow bubbles? No.
I can't.
I can't. Oh, that would be great. Can you see if there's a YouTube tutorial on how to blow a bubble with bubble gum?
Maybe, I'm sure there is.
Maybe there's one little thing that you haven't been doing. I mean, it's easy, man.
I don't know how to do it.
I watched a YouTube tutorial to solve a Rubik's Cube. I can solve many Rubik's Cubes now.
Yeah, this says easy tutorial. I guarantee it's not going to be.
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Okay,
I already
turn it off. Turn it off.
This is why I don't want to learn.
Turn it off. We can't co-sign this guy because this is going to be evidence one day. Wait. Scroll up the cartoon. I like the cartoon. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Big League Chew.
Big League Chew, how to blow a bubble. What kind of views are on this?
2.1 million. See, I'm not alone.
Oh my God! Look at the comments. It says, "Who's doing this while chewing gum?" The most disappointing moment is when you think you could blow a bubble and then you realize it's just getting out of your mouth. Let me ask you this, Travis. In an attempt to blow a bubble, have you ever spit out your gum?
So many times. Countless times. Countless times.
How do they do this?
Because, you're like putting your tongue through the thing and then it's just like, bleh.
Oh my God. You know what?
I like the Big League Chew put this out.
They're smart.
Yeah. They're like, here's how to use our product.
We may need to get some bubble gum in here. I got to see this. Have you ever seen... Oh, this is how it's made. Have you ever seen a grown-ass man go like, this is impossible? I don't know. What are you guys, magicians?
I mean, it's so easy.
It's not easy for everyone.
It really is.
Listen. He's like looking at us like it's like Chris Angel. He's like, what are you guys, the Mind Freak? This is incredible. You guys should have a show.
Crazy.
I mean...
Not everyone can do everything.
I'm telling you right now, I know as a person who has a radio show, if I got on the train one day and I saw over the shoulder somebody watching a YouTube tutorial on how to blow a bubble with bubble gum, I would absolutely come on the air and go, guys, I saw the craziest fucking thing I ever saw in my life this morning. Okay, let's go back to the Big League Chew step by step.
Okay.
Because I would like
video? Okay.
Because I would like to see if they're, like, just watch it, because it's only a 30-second video. I'm not going with the serial killer again.
Also, by the way, 30 seconds, that can't possibly be enough time to give me the step-by-step.
You could do it 3 times in 30 seconds.
No.
Okay, let's see if there's one step that you're missing. How to blow a bubble. From Big League Chew, let's see. Step 1, chew your gum until there's no flavor left.
I mean, you don't need to do
You don't need to.
Like, okay.
Flatten the gum. Okay.
Yeah, you could do it at any point, but I guess that's the easiest way.
Flatten the gum and push it in with your tongue. I've done that.
Okay. Okay. Open your lips and blow slow and steady.
And that's when the gum falls out of the mouth.
This is false advertising.
All right, what's step 4?
That's it.
That's it?
That's the whole thing. Look at the bubble the cartoon's making.
Can't possibly be it.
That's the whole thing.
Well, it like spreads out over your teeth.
Do you think Travis has a weak tongue?
I don't know. I don't know what the issue could be.
There's got to be some muscle that is just not strong.
I just can't do it.
I had no. How is it? Dude Perfect knows how to do it. Is that Dude Perfect trying to have a bubblegum blowing bubbles competition?
Where?
It just popped up.
I lost it.
Whatever. I mean.
Oh yeah, it's Dude Perfect.
Dude Perfect bubblegum blowing battle. Travis is out in the prelims.
Yeah.
I mean, you must watch these guys going like, no wonder they got so many subscribers.
Look how cool they look.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Way too big a piece. This measuring board will provide absolute clarity in the winner of the competition. The Mythbusters do it all the time, and it looks.
Look at that.
No,
you can't do
so
that.
thrilled with that.
A lot of things.
It was a shitty bubble that guy blew too, and you'd be like,
oh my god, I feel like king of the world. I'd be like Leo. Oh, look at that.
That's a good bubble. But I mean, it's also like, have you blown bubbles like that before?
Big bubbles?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, would you say thousands of times?
Yes.
Yes.
When's the last time you blew a bubble? Could you do it now?
Of course.
Is it like riding a bike?
Yes.
You just never forget how to do
You
it?
never forget how to do it.
It's like, it's instinct.
You can blow a bubble?
Easy.
Mike?
Certainly.
Fuck!
I can't believe you just wouldn't keep doing it till you figure. Like, you know how to gleek?
I don't know what Gleek is.
I don't know what Gleek
Like,
is.
you have like that
Fans
little.
of the show Glee.
Yeah. We're all Gleeks here.
You have that little
I like that one in the wheelchair.
You have that gland under your tongue that your saliva comes out, but you can shoot spit. Like I just kept doing it till I figured it out.
I never.
Oh, I can't
wasn't-
do that.
yeah.
That's actually pretty impressive.
Watch.
Whoa! Troy can squirt.
Like I just kept doing that till I figured it out.
Troy squirts. Troy's a squirter.
No, but also like remember, and maybe this was just around my friends, but like spitting was like such a big thing.
Sure.
I never did that.
You get the loogie for distance.
I mean, kids would just spit all the fucking time.
Right. I mean, it is a disgusting habit.
That's fun.
It's not fun.
I get my fiance to. She never snot rocketed,
Uh huh.
and she had like we were on a bike ride. And I'm like snot rocket. She's like no. And I'm like just do it. Like I don't have a tissue. And I'm like.
I wouldn't want to see my wife snot
Of course,
rocket.
she's breathing like that. I'm like, just blow it out, right out.
Right out.
Do you ever snot rocket?
Are you? Yeah. How are you when
Sure,
it comes?
as a kid, yeah.
And how are you
as an adult?
No.
Oh, get out of here.
Are you good at blowing your nose?
Yes, I'm very good.
Okay.
I could do that.
Well, I mean, it's not a stupid question.
No, it's not. I
feel like
respect
if
that.
somebody can't blow a bubble with bubble gum, the fact that they're like, no,
You use different muscles.
I guess
One is through the nose, the others is with your mouth.
Is there a resistance that you feel? Are you a shallow breathed person?
No, I can breathe with the best of them.
I think it's a coordination issue. That's what I think.
So.
The way
I can't play an instrument. Maybe you're right.
You never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
No.
I've said that many
No.
times. Sometimes in the same dinner conversation. Just keep repeating it.
Can you ride a bike?
Yes.
Can you dribble a ball?
Yes.
I don't think you can.
I don't think so.
I could play video games that take a ton of hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
I win Fortnite all the time.
Yeah, but hand-eye coordination is very different from like having a body awareness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm aware of my body.
Could you skateboard?
If you were aware of your body, you'd never leave the house.
I could skateboard. I could never do tricks.
You can't ollie or
no, but I also never like really got into that. You know, so
I think yeah.
I don't think you can ride a bike either.
You don't think I can ride a bike?
You know why? Because he's in his head. He's saying yes, like he's not lying, but it's with training wheels.
But it's like, okay, let's see it. And he'd be like, oh, well,
Right,
it's
right.
not the right height.
There's no training wheels on that bike. Yeah,
I'll ride a bike right now.
He's like,
I got a bike out downside. Let's go.
he's probably really good at bowling too, but there's gutter guards in.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Guys.
Bumper bowling. He's into it.
he loves bumper bowling. It's his favorite sport.
It is fun.
I mean,
Oh yeah, you can't lose.
I bounce it off the thing. It's boom. Like a pinball.
It's like playing Mario Kart at 50cc, and you're just like lapping people. You're like, I'm the fucking man at this. Wow, I've never. Not only did I not know that about you, I've never met a person who said that to me.
You've never met a person who can't blow a bubble.
I've never met a person who can't.
Not like a kid who's been trying and struggling and
Yeah, but then you beat them up.
spitting it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you stop and you just don't try to blow a bubble anymore because you grow up.
Well, no, because when you're maybe that's why I've never met them. Because when you're a kid and you meet somebody that can't blow a bubble, you immediately stop being friends with them.
Yeah, they wind up institutionalized.
That's right. That's right.
That's why I kept it to myself.
Well, I'm glad you shared.
I thought this was a safe space.
Does your daughter know you can't blow a bubble?
I don't know. Don't tell her.
I wouldn't.
Please.
She would definitely think less of you.
She can probably blow a bubble. Does your
Of
wife
course she
know?
does.
I mean, she knows now.
Shit.
She's listening.
It's just for the show.
No, honey,
I'm trying to.
You know how I say things sometimes?
It's
just
a
for the
bit.
air? Yeah.
I'm trying to save your marriage, dude. It's just a bit. If Mrs. Taft is listening, it's just a bit.
She is. She texted me saying that her best friend used to gleek on command and it would piss her off.
Oh yeah, because I'd used to gleek on my friends.
I've never even heard the word.
Neither have I, but I love the idea. Troy keeps gleeking on us.
Because like other friends that would gleek, like when our friends would have their. Our friend would have his back turned, and then like I had another friend that would gleek. We just keep gleeking on the back of their
that's
shirt.
funny.
I mean, if you could, if TikTok wasn't going away, I feel like if you started a TikTok channel where you were mainly gleeking, you could probably do pretty well.
I can't believe you guys don't even know what that is or can
I
do
didn't
it.
know.
It feels very Pennsylvania.
I didn't know it had a name.
Yeah,
Like I know what that is.
I'm glad that Lisa knew what it was.
Yeah.
So it's not just a Pennsylvania thing; it's a Canadian thing as well.
Has she said anything about the bubblegum situation?
She's probably too embarrassed.
Does that worry you? That the fact that she's not even addressing it?
It's not even left on red.
She's gonna pretend she never heard it.
I was in the bathroom when
I
didn't
cut
hear the
out.
whole
Yeah,
story.
ooh,
Yeah.
You're gonna get home today. Hey, did you listen to the show, honey? And she's like, yeah, good show, good show. She won't want to talk about it at all.
Which I guess I get it. I don't know.
Whew.
I thought it was a normal thing. Just some people can't blow bubbles.
She's probably driving your daughter to school, just hitting the radio. Turn it off! Don't let her hear this.
I mean, nobody's calling in to defend me, so.
They're like, honestly, they're probably getting into car accidents. So confused. They're aghast by this. They're like, what?
All right. What's the next food?
John in Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, bud?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man.
I got a great contest idea.
Okay.
Bring in Travis's daughter, and while she's trying to eat 25 chicken wings, can Travis blow a bubble in that time? Whoever completes the mission first wins.
She would win.
Wouldn't that have been great if while Troy was in here trying to eat 25 chicken tenders, that Travis the whole time was also just attempting to blow a bubble?
One bubble.
3 hours? One bubble. You can beat Troy with one bubble.
Loser leaves town.
I can't. There's just chewed up pieces of gum all around
all
you.
over the floor.
That you've accidentally spit out. Go ahead.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
I got some gum right here. Let's figure it out.
That's like tiny gum.
Wait. Yeah, you can put 2 pieces in. It's a little hard. It's
I
been in
can't
here for a
blow.
while.
We'll
right.
do it another day.
How many pieces do you have?
How many do you want? I got 1, 2,
Because there needs
3,
to be
4, 5, 6.
There needs to be a control.
Take all of them.
Okay, because we need to prove that you can blow a bubble with the gum.
Me.
You,
Yeah,
me,
you
whoever
blow-
you want to
you
do.
blow a bubble.
You want to do it?
I'll try.
Okay. Yeah. You need to prove the control.
Oh man, this gum is old.
Right. That gum is blowable.
Right.
Right.
Blowable.
That's the technical term.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't need you giving me any like trick gum.
Okay.
That like.
Like the Pee Wee Herman gum?
Yes, exactly.
Spearmint or fruit?
I'll put 2 pieces in.
Yeah.
Now don't forget the YouTube video says you got to chew it till it has no flavor.
Don't worry about the YouTube video.
Yeah,
Don't worry, I'll lose flavor real quick.
Just go through the room. Just a man of rules.
Yeah. He's chewing it. I can't believe that Travis can't chew.
I can't hear.
I can chew gum.
No, you can't, because part of chewing gum is blowing a bubble.
No, it's not. That's just an accessory.
You're a purist?
Yeah, that's a gum accessory. The actual act of chewing gum, I can do that.
Oh.
All right, hang on. Let's see.
Okay.
Imagine he spits it out.
Oh, boy. No, I see it. I see it forming. I see it forming. I see it forming. It's not there yet, but I see it forming.
I mean, you have to really chew it in.
Sure. And that's technically this is orbit. This is the like.
This isn't good.
It's not bubblegum.
No.
It's chewing gum.
No, so let's get some bubble gum.
Okay.
But we're just seeing like, is it gonna blow your mind if Troy can blow a bubble with chewing gum?
I mean, I already think he's cool, but I'll think he's really cool.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is bad bubble.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do it, we need to get some like beginner's gum, like bubble tape.
Should I run down, grab some?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Does anybody still sell bubble tape?
Yeah.
But it's I think taken over by Bubble Yum or something like that. It's still bubble tape, but now it's Bubble Yum.
Is it still 6 feet, or did inflation get that too?
It's 5'2".
Damn.
Yeah. Double the price for 5'2" of gum.
And the song doesn't really come off.
As they say, instead of saying 6 feet of bubble gum, they go 5'2" of bubble gum. Yeah, it's really just adding insult to injury at that point. I'm.
All right, well, on to the next thing.
I mean, Pez is also on the list.
Love Pez. I can eat Pez.
Okay. Fruit cocktail cherries, those are delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my Shirley Temples now. Can't believe you can't blow a bubble. It's hard to move on, isn't it?
From this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You mean just like in life?
Yeah.
Other than like, I'll just go down and let's figure this out now.
Yeah. You know what? All right. Well, first let me take this call. Matt in Queensbury.
Hey, yeah, just wondering, maybe Travis wants to check with Lisa and see if she'd like a real man that can blow bubbles as a stepfather for her daughter.
No, I don't think that's...
Would you ever consider doing that? Like texting your wife and saying, hey, just curious, would you want a real man that can blow a bubble with bubble gum?
Hey, listen, this has nothing to do with anything.
Just total aside here, just seeing where you stand on this. Not that we're going to do anything.
Yeah. An actual masculine presence in the house, somebody who can blow bubbles.
I don't know if blowing bubbles equals masculinity.
It's the baseline.
Is it?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it is.
You got it.
Yes, it is. Matt,
have a good one, guys.
Matt, you could blow a bubble with bubble gum?
Oh, without a doubt. Yes.
Keep my wife away from Queens.
What man can't do that?
I've never met somebody I'd consider a man who can't do that.
This man in the corner over here.
Oh, no, I stand by my statement. Thank you, Matt. Ryan in Pennsylvania.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
Hey, so coincidentally, I live in Pennsylvania, but I grew up in Connecticut, and I learned how to gleek on the bus. we used to sit there and try to gleek on the back of the seat to see how wet we could get it, and my buddy could get it way better than I could.
Oh, yeah.
And I finally learned how to do it.
It's disgusting, but I'm sure that when you finally learn, it probably is, though, one of those skills that when you learn how to do it, it's so hard to not do it all the time.
Oh, I love it. I still do it. I do it on my kids.
Gross. What, you can't do this?
I learn how to dad whistle.
Oh, the dad whistle with like the fingers?
The effort. Yeah, my wife came downstairs one day, and I'm like sitting there blowing into the wind and making all this weird shit, watching YouTube videos, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to learn how to dad whistle.
There is something like, it almost feels like a level of masculinity that was from a time gone by, like those dad whistles that you were like 2 blocks away, and you could hear your dad whistling from all the way back home, and you were like, oh shit, I gotta go home.
Yeah, every now and then I'll get one, and I'm like, how did I do that? And I have no friggin' idea how I did.
You can't repeat it. That's the thing about science. It has to be repeatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have a good one, fellas.
Thank you, Ryan.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If I could dad whistle but couldn't blow a bubble, would I be cool?
No, because you wouldn't get credit for the dad whistle.
Why would I get...
Because it'd be like if you're like, no, I'm real good in the second round. Well, you have to pass the first round to get there.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be more like, oh, this guy can hit home runs, he just can't hit base hits?
No.
Oh, shit.
No.
Because you can't dad whistle. I mean, dad whistling is much harder.
You can't dad whistle.
Yeah, but if I learned
But imagine if you can't dad whistle or blow bubbles with gum.
I can't. I don't have to imagine. I can't.
I don't even know, honestly, how you physically inseminated your wife.
Well, it doesn't
and not to say
involve chewing bubble gum.
No, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't think that, I just feel like the juices in your body wouldn't allow it. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You know what I mean, right, Troy?
I do, but I don't want to be mean. I'm not going to.
You understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm trying not to be mean.
I thought this was a safe space.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, I'm saying what I think. I'm speaking my truth.
Yeah, no, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there are things about me that you question as well, but this is a biggie.
All right, what's the next food?
I think it's Luke in Kentucky. What's up, Luke?
Hey, Sam. How's it going?
I mean, weird. Really weird.
Yeah. I just have a question for Travis, like a quick rundown of what I've learned about Travis over the years, listening to the various shows.
Why is my name like that?
Because I'm falling asleep in bed. Lisa has to fight for him in IKEA parking lots.
Forgot about that story.
That was her battle.
Yeah, and to be fair, the fight probably didn't have to happen.
Yeah, but then he's scared of bees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bees
He can't blow a bubble.
No.
He can't whistle.
No. These are things you're learning today, not over the years.
Listen, I've got to say,
bees are scary.
I've got to say, I'm also afraid of bees. I would have said before that was probably his wife's fight to fight. But when you combine those two aspects with can't blow a bubble, it looks bad.
Yeah.
It looks really bad.
And I'm sure without being able to blow a bubble, his mouth game is just terrible.
Travis,
So,
what's that?
go back to your point.
How's that mouth game, bro?
I thought it was good.
Okay. He said he thinks it's good.
I'm
scared
sure,
of bees, though.
and I think I'm handsome, but that doesn't make it true.
Wow.
Kyle.
Wow.
Luke, whatever.
Thank you, Luke.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
have a good one.
Travis, does it bother you at all that people could start questioning your mouth game?
Yeah.
Because I thought if somebody had asked me before, how's Travis's mouth game? I'd say this. I have no frame of reference. I do not know for sure. My assumption, strong. That's what I would have said.
I hope McClure doesn't ask. Reviews are coming up.
He said, we were negotiating, and he was like, we need a producer with strong mouth game.
It's too bad we still don't have that pelvis we used to carry around.
Oh, we could have found out about the mouth
We
game.
could have put together, mouth game boot camp for Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Chews some gum, blows a bubble, he gleeks, and then he has to perform orally on the
That's right.
the rubber hips.
I mean, it's
now we're just getting into your fantasies, Mike.
It's a training camp.
It's definitely not a reach at all. And also, maybe if he learns how to blow a bubble, we could see the before and after on the pelvis. Yeah, that seems definitely like...
Trying to turn him into a monster of the mouth game.
Right, because that's what we need. Chris in Texas.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Chris?
First, want to say love this iteration of the show of guys my age, except for Travis.
He's a little older. Do you hate that? Do you hate that this bubblegum bit allowed Troy to steal your insult?
Yeah, come up with your own.
That's kind of fucked up. Yeah.
We all know you're the old guy.
Well, I don't know. He can blow a bubble. It really
had more time.
Did you think for a second that when you made that declaration to us that it would so dramatically change your status?
I didn't think he was going to get one over on me.
No,
but he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the man.
He's the man now, dog.
Yeah. Talking about you, Troy.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Congrats. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. So, when I was like 19, I got in a fight and got hit with a PVC pipe. And
that'll happen. You know?
I don't know, but it shattered my ocular.
Oof.
And I was at work, and the next day, my eye was swelled up. I literally held my nose, and I eye leaked.
Oh.
Just shot all over the window.
So you spit out of your eye socket.
Yes.
I mean,
the most.
But probably an accomplishment for you.
Oh, yeah. It felt amazing.
Yeah.
I've never had a better orgasm than that.
And then people were like, what happened to your eye? And you were like, I got in a fight and somebody hit me with a PVC pipe. Like, that's actually pretty badass.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
Thank you, Chris. I wouldn't mind breaking my orbital bone, because then I'd walk around in one of those masks like the Undertaker wore in 1994. And I feel like people would think
No, Jess, it's cool. Just wait.
It's actually quite cool. This is actually good news. Patrick in Texas.
Hey guys, I can't gleek either. I've tried my whole life. I don't know what my problem is, but
I'm sorry.
I can blow a bubble all day long, but the one thing I can't do is that stupid arm fart thing where you put your hand in your armpit. I tried that. I still can't do it. I can't do it. I have no idea why. I can't do it.
I think I could, and I have, but I'm no professional. It's not something that I would. What's the phrase about the hat? Put my hat on.
What?
Hang your hat on.
Hang my hat on. Yeah, I wouldn't hang my hat on that.
That's like.
Thank you, Patrick. I'll tell you what.
I was blowing a bubble.
Yeah, blowing a bubble is a lot easier.
No, it takes a lot more skill.
I'll ask you this then. Do you have admiration for all of us in the room?
Yeah. I think you're all really cool. You could do something I can't.
Right.
We all have skills.
Everybody has a different... Everybody needs to remember this. Everybody has a different skill set.
Yeah.
Yeah, but blowing a bubble is the base.
I could do an arm fart.
I mean, that's like, being a child. I mean, you just...
Yeah.
So is doing an arm fart.
Yeah, but blowing a bubble... It's like he's 4. Of course he can't blow a bubble. But like if it's like a 6-year-old, well, he's 6, he can't blow a bubble. I thought he's 6 though. What do you mean he can't blow a bubble?
Yeah, should we hold him back?
Yeah, this is not good. He's writing his letters backwards, and I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Can't blow a bubble.
I'll tell you one more thing.
Please do. We won't tease you.
Oh boy. Let me brace myself. That's about to come.
All right, so this isn't that bad. I used to only wear Velcro shoes when I was really young.
Okay.
And I almost got held back in kindergarten because I couldn't tie my shoes. And tying shoes was... Why are you taking your headphones off?
Well, I was gonna take a call
And
back.
tying shoes is something that you had to learn how to do to pass kindergarten.
But you're over there going, I don't need to learn this.
Yeah, I don't need to. I wear Velcro shoes. What don't you understand?
I'm committed to Velcro. This is a NASA-level technology. I'm committed. I'll be wearing Velcro throughout my adult life.
Yeah, why do I have to dumb myself down for this?
Yeah, I don't need to learn this.
But I clearly remember I almost got held back.
I mean, do you know what that's like for your parents? To have to sit there and be like, no, this isn't...
Like, I had to learn how to tie my shoes real fucking fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because learning how to tie your shoes is a casual process.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll get it. Oh, the loop. No, I'll help you with this one. Maybe you try the next one. You got 30. I mean, this is like a movie. This is like a 90s movie. You have 30 days to learn how to tie your shoes or you're getting held back.
Yes.
That's some real Billy Madison stuff. I mean...
Velcro shoes were the tits.
Velcro shoes were, and some might say still are the tits. And...
It's so much easier.
I mean, it's...
Plus, you could crisscross them if you're cool.
You could do whatever you want at a point. You get so comfortable with that Velcro technology, you could really take it in just about any direction. But with all the time you spent not learning how to tie your shoes, you would think you just learn how to blow a bubble with a gum.
No, I was doing other stuff. I don't remember what. But not blowing bubbles, that's for sure.
Vinny in New York.
What's up, boys?
What's up, dude?
Long time listener, first time caller. Talking about skills, Sam, can you still flip a coin on your ankle like you did on Figure It Out back in the 90s?
Like I did on... No, I'll tell you that the strength isn't there anymore. Like I won't have the height or the distance. Like the distance that I had back then was insane. I'll never forget. I went to that TV set and they brought out a mini football field that they had done because they thought that'd be a cute bit. I sent the quarter way past that little football field. It was like a welcome mat. I
remember.
said, goodbye. Now, no, I don't have that kind of strength, but I still,
Okay.
I mean, my ankle, I'm doing it right now. It still has the double jointed thing and I could still move a quarter, but I'm retired from the game.
Okay, that's fair. You got to go out on top.
That's right.
Yep. All right, have a good one, boys.
Thanks, buddy. Let's go to Nolan in North Dakota. What's up, Nolan?
Hey, boys.
Hey, man.
I think that Travis just needs a little practice with the gum. So if Troy got the gum, made a few bubbles with it, then gave that gum that's already warmed up to Travis, I think he could blow a bubble.
Not a bad idea.
You think that would make it a little easier for you, Travis?
No,
and that way we know the gum is in the perfect shape for blowing a bubble because we just saw that exact piece.
And I'll baby bird it to you.
No.
Oh, so that way you don't. Okay.
You have to add on.
No, if you're getting grossed out because you don't want to have to touch it, he's saying you won't have to. You won't have to touch it.
It's like a baseball glove. You break it in a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah. A little neat foot oil.
It's just for the first time. No.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I actually.
What's the next food?
Prefer that. I thought you'd make it easier. True Moo strawberry whole milk. Let's go to Libby in Oregon. What's up, Libby?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
It's my first time calling into the new show. Good job, Sam.
Thanks, Libby.
I know. Hey, listen, I have a question. Travis.
Yeah.
Can you fold your tongue? There are people that can and can't, and it's hereditary. You can?
Yeah.
So you should be able to blow a bubble.
I think
like that? Like
No.
No, roll like a taco.
Like you fold it like a taco. Yeah, you're right.
What do you mean?
I can't do it.
So there's a way to do it where
Can you do it?
No, I can't, but my wife can do it.
I can do it, but my husband can't.
Right. Where like the front of your tongue, you like the middle of the front goes down and then the sides come up. No, he can't do it. He can't do it. You can either
we've solved the answer, boys.
Why?
We got it.
No,
You
it's
can't-
not. All of us.
He doesn't have strong tongue muscles. I failed linguistics in college because I couldn't use my tongue properly, and not like that. But
You think he has a
anyway?
Do you think he's a weak-tongued man?
I think he's a weak-tongued man.
No, that's terrible.
No.
That's one of the worst things you could be.
I drink drinks with straws all the time.
Oh.
That's sucking, not tonguing.
Yeah,
That's sucking. Okay?
Travis is always
So
good for a suck.
Yeah, you're good. You're good on the suck. No, but if you can do that, and it's hereditary. Not everybody can do it.
No, I can't do that, but I can.
That.
I can. Blow a bubble.
But your wife can do it.
She can.
So that's why you're still married, right? You know?
Hell yeah, Libby.
Oh, jeez. I am off the rails today. Good job, guys. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean,
I should take a break.
I'm befuddled. Brad in Portland?
Hey, so Travis, it's okay. I'm 46, and I still struggle reading how to do it like a manual talk. I have one customer I have to sign in. I have to look at my phone before I go in because I look stupid. I can't figure out how to do it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I look, to be fair, I have had instances where, like, I have an expensive watch and I don't have my phone on me, and I'll ask somebody what time it is because, like, I'll be staring at the face of that watch for a good 30 seconds to figure out what time. No, well, maybe not. But I'll really, like you have to do a little work.
It's so easy.
But you're flexing with that watch, right?
But maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm giving more time for the flex.
I can't believe this.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
What's going on with you guys?
Yeah, telling time is
like these basic things
Troy,
you learn as a kid.
You can't read or spell. You're illiterate.
Okay, but you
Troy,
can't
you're
read
doing
a
just
clock.
fine. Yeah, you can't read a clock?
I can read a clock. It just takes a second.
If that 9 wasn't there, you wouldn't know that that's where the 9 belongs?
No, because they don't mix that up on different clocks?
No, it's the same,
okay, so
the same spot all the time.
All right, well, now that I know that, it's going to get a lot easier.
And I'm glad I have some ammunition when you're like, you're a bad speller. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't tell the fucking
You can't
time.
tell time.
And you can't blow a bubble, so fuck all you.
I can tell time.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
I look at that clock all the time.
If it's not on your phone, yeah, if the numbers are there, you can tell time. But you just think it's like 9 between 3 and 4.
I mean, you can... Yeah, it's after 9 is what I say.
It's sometime after
It's
9.
a while after 9. It's not 12 yet.
And you're wearing a watch you can't even use properly?
I mean, first of all, you're getting all spicy over some little off the cuff joke I made. Everybody's so tense. They're like, "Oh, we can tease people now." There's one headline here, and
you can't tell time.
Okay, if you want it to go that way, then we're gonna have to have a conversation about Troy's illiteracy, and I don't think
I'm fine with that.
And I don't think anybody you know what he's doing.
We do that we discuss that every day.
Okay, but can I tell you what Travis is doing to you right now? What's that? And sometimes you don't catch when people are doing stuff.
Troy, I'm
to
not
you.
doing anything to you. We're on the same side here.
Travis,
Sam
even
can't tell
though
time.
the time thing is baseless, obviously I can tell time. We're making jokes here.
No. He's diverting, isn't he?
He is. Yeah. He's
Okay,
the master
all
of
right.
diverting. How do you think he got in that?
Do you want me to tell you what he's doing, or you want to?
You're the master diverter.
Okay, you're right.
He's also a master
Travis has your
manipulator, Troy.
best-
So watch out, because he's about to go right in.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Who do you think? Do you think you're being manipulated right now?
I think you're diverting.
Okay, you don't think Travis is manipulating you?
Well, he's just, he can't blow bubbles. I mean, what is that? That just says everything.
You're
and
good.
I bet you any amount of money he can't ride a bike. I got a bike downstairs. Let's go.
How much money would you bet?
Oh, I would take you for everything.
How much money would you bet?
I'll bet $10.
10. You said any amount.
That I can't ride a bike?
Can't ride a bike.
Would you put $100 on it? Okay. Would you put 50?
No.
30?
I'll bet $10.
20?
See what I got in my wallet. I'll bet whatever I have in my wallet.
Okay, let's see what you got in your wallet. We're doing bike check.
10.
Travis, I didn't realize you were manipulating him.
12. That's $12.
That's an easy 12 for me. Can't ride a bike.
You gonna take the $12 bet?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
All right, bet's on the table.
Can't ride a bike?
We'll figure out when we're gonna do it. We got to do the bubblegum thing first, but at
By
some
the way, I
point,
can blow bubbles with just bubble stuff.
what?
You know, like
a wand?
Yeah.
That's not remotely the same thing. That's a soft blow. It doesn't require the tongue at all.
I'm a sensual guy.
I forgot about that.
Can't ride a bike. Just give me that 12 now.
12 to you?
Save ourselves the trouble.
David in Oregon?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Still alive, General? The gods must be crazy. The gods must have a sense of humor. No, I appreciate you guys being encouraging, Sam, as like I said, we're going through this morning Harambe episode. But I went to this stupid Catholic high school as a freshman to please my father. And it ended up being like a bullying nightmare landscape. But I remember that their cult leader, the senior of the bullies, had them all like gleeking masters. I've never seen such a group of guys gleek so effectively as part of their bullying schemes. And it was, quite horrific.
I'm sure it was, David. Thank you. Although for the people in that group, that's probably a skill that they took with them forever. Puma.
Oh, never mind.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, you know what else I could never do, but I really wish I could have?
What?
Remember in the 90s, like it was cool if you like could like snap your. Oh. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
You learned that with chewing tobacco.
Oh, yeah,
I can't make that noise. Like, I don't know how you make that noise.
Oh, that's Ali G. Well, wagwan.
Yeah.
Big up yourself.
There was one kid in high school.
Big up myself.
Who could just do it all day, every day, as loud as you could imagine.
Oh, yeah.
He got all the chicks?
No, he got no chicks.
Oh, okay.
Not cool.
There used to be kids in our high school that would carry dip with them. And in class, they'd be like, boom, 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 just to show that they got dip. And they'd be like, what's that? And they'd put the dip away.
Nothing. Puma in Chicago?
Morning, boys.
Morning.
I'm in Chicago. I can gleek. It's gay. 2 questions, and we should probably revoke his man card.
Mm-hmm.
Can you drive stick shift, number 1?
No, I never learned how.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That's not...
That's driving a stick shift.
That's a man.
That's a manly thing to do.
Do you kind of understand...
My wife could.
Oh.
Of course she can.
Do you kind of understand how to? You just haven't learned to?
Well, yeah, like if I didn't learn how to drive with a car that was manual, like when would I have learned?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a weird thing.
That is a weird thing.
No, it's not.
I'm okay.
That's not a weird thing.
I'm not.
When you're a man and you drive a car, you get a stick shift when you're a kid so you can burn out.
No, that's not how
That's
it
not
works.
a man thing. That's a weird Pennsylvania teenager thing. That's not you're a man.
How it works.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
That's what cool dudes did in high school.
No.
Thank God I have my license. Now I can burn out.
Now I can burn out. Do donuts on someone's lawn because I'm a
Second
man.
question.
Go ahead.
Okay, second question.
Can you do 20 push-ups in a row?
Yeah, and we've done that in the studio before.
All right.
That's true. We asked you to prove it, and you did it. That's true.
You hurt for a week after.
That killed me. Yeah. Can I do it? Yes.
Thank you, Puma. It was done. It was done. The point is, it was done. Yeah.
You had to go home in a stretcher.
But how many push-ups were there?
He did 20.
Yeah,
And he did them pretty fast, too, if I recall.
Probably too fast. I don't think he
probably
handled
should have taken his time.
Yeah, I don't think stick shift is makes you more or less of a man. It's cool.
It's cool. I don't think it's essential as it used to be.
No. Oh, God, no. There's barely any manual cars available now to buy. Like, yeah. No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
All right, let's take a break.
Why?
We've got live read.
Not because you're embarrassed?
No.
Important questions coming in. Scott in Worcester. What's up, Scott?
Yeah, I just want to ask Travis if he pees sitting down.
Tell him yes. You know it's true.
I know Troy likes to call him.
We go to the bathroom together every day. You know it's not true.
I don't remember. He sits down, right?
I mean, he always goes into a stall. So.
I don't go into a stall.
I don't know what he's doing in there.
I don't know what he's doing in there either. I think he does. I think he does.
That is one of my favorite Mars stories.
That he won't pee sitting down?
Yes.
And then when our engineer Mars...
It is so effeminate.
Yeah, he was so fucked up growing up. And the machismo is running through him so strong that he will not pee sitting down, to the extent that if he sits down for a bowel movement, he'll hold his pee, finish his bowel movement, and then stand up and use the urinal.
Or pee first.
Or he'll pee first just to make sure. But I mean...
So I guess at home, he stands up, pees, and then sits down.
But I would... He probably then has to do it again.
Yeah.
Because even if you pee first, a little's coming out the front.
That's an amazing act of physical control.
It's incredible. It's
like
incredible.
Both feet down in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I've never... I've never heard of anything like it. It's incredible. I never even heard of anybody that thought to do it.
No. Like, it's so effeminate. I cannot even do it in the privacy of my own home.
I couldn't imagine anybody finding out that I had done this. All right. We'll take it. It's enough.
Oh, man, thank you.
Too much hijinks. It's enough.
Told you that in confidence.
I didn't know it would turn into what it turned into, and I'm embarrassed, and I feel bad.
I'm actually shocked that nobody was like, oh yeah, I can't do that either.
Zero support for you.
Zero.
You'll never meet another person on this planet that can't blow a bubble.
I guess I'm unique.
Yeah, I guess so. That's not always a great thing. But I don't think as long as you live, you'll meet another person that can't blow a bubble. Like, I didn't know that was a thing.
I guess not.
Everything else is almost like, okay, yeah, no, I get that. There's some relatability there. But
not here.
Yeah.
All right.
James in Dallas?
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
You remember the time you were late to the O&A show when you had to call the police to change your tire, and then you called your dad and he had to come fix it for you?
Well, I can't remember who was the person who finally came and fixed it. My dad didn't come and fix it.
I remember.
But I remember when all that happened. But
Pete Dominic.
No, that was more recently. I didn't call police for that. But yeah, Pete Dominic did do me a solid on that one. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. And you know what I was doing while Pete Dominic was changing my tire?
Watching him?
No, I was chewing bubblegum.
Oh.
I was blowing bubbles left and right. I do.
There you go.
Thank you, Jay. No, there's no there you go, because number one.
No, that's fine.
I learned how to change a tire.
You probably still can't do it.
I can.
You know how to jack up your truck.
Yeah, but these jacks that these cars come,
they're garbage.
They're garbage. Last time it happened, I had to go. Luckily, it was in a parking lot, and there was an auto mechanic near us. So I went and got a professional jack from the auto mechanic, because the jack the Jeep came with, it would get it up just enough to not quite get it up enough.
Yeah,
it's a real pain in the ass. Yeah, I can. I would probably still choose not to, but in a pinch, I could. It's not that difficult. But I YouTubed it. I learned.
I hope you at least have AAA.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Roadside assistance.
They can handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're paying for.
Exactly, they can handle it. Just like when sometimes you're on the highway, you run out of gas.
Oh, that is just.
You got to call somebody.
I mean, that's your fault.
That's so Sam Roberts.
Yeah. That's like, oh, I'm so cool. I ride the lightning.
Oh, yeah.
Gas? Who needs gas?
Yeah.
See how far I can push it.
I saw how far I could push it. I got the
Sorry,
answer.
honey, I'm going to be late. I ran out of gas.
And I just hear pop. I go, what that? She's like, no, just blowing bubbles. I'm chewing gum. I'm like, oh, okay. You're just a normal human being. All right. We'll take a break. Much to discuss. Be right back. Stay there.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back with Sam.
Distributors, the Spotify's.
Just Spotify.
Okay. For
Universal, his own record label.
And Universal for upping the numbers of They Not Like Us. You know, the song that, it says Drake's a pedophile in the song. You remember that one. So he dropped that lawsuit, because I swear we're going to talk about him dropping the lawsuit. Oh, boy. And this new lawsuit is like nuts. It's the antithesis of, I think, what we all think about when we think about these rap beefs. Everybody talks about their favorite rap beefs, where there's Ice Cube and No Vaseline, or Tupac and Biggie and Hit 'Em Up. Imagine if Biggie had sued Tupac because he was like, you did not have sex with my wife. That's not true.
That is false, and I will see you in court.
That's a lie. I asked my wife. She said I didn't have sex with that man. You'll hear from my lawyer. Biggie, is there anything that you want to say to Tupac in response from him saying he had sex with your wife? He'll hear from my lawyer. No need to worry. My attorney handles that. Oh. By the way, Biggie, any comment on Diddy? No. Puff's fine. Yeah, so Drake is suing his own music label, which is Universal. It is really crazy that somehow the same record label is distributing both Drake and Kendrick.
I mean, is it?
When the content is what the content is, it feels very much like a conflict of interest. Like if I was a recording artist, and maybe I'm off base. I mean, you, Troy, deal with, record labels more than I have, but I feel like if I was a recording artist on the level of Drake, And another recording artist, even if he's on the level of Kendrick, is putting out songs like this. It's like, hey, Universal, maybe don't get so behind this one.
Well, Drake I think he's on Republic. So it's distributed by Universal.
Right. Oh.
So, and I believe, I'm going to assume that Kendrick is probably on Interscope because of Dr. Dre.
Because of Dre. But it's just a distribution deal.
Yeah, it's like the label handles all the label stuff.
Oh, wow.
And they take the record and give it to Universal, and then Universal uses its pipeline to send it out to the distributors.
I see. So it's not like they're hands-on with the artist. They're just like, this is one of the big conglomerates that gets it out to everybody that it needs to get out to, so it gets spins.
Correct.
Plus, Universal has to love this anyway, because they're like, oh, we're getting two artists that are huge.
Right.
I mean, just keep putting out more stuff.
They have to love it, especially, like you said, if they're not hands-on. Like, it's not their record label, it's their distributor. It's just amazing in the music industry how they're still getting away with everybody getting their hands in the pot.
I mean, Universal owns literally everything.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't have to get a distributor. You could use your record label. It just might be tough.
And I mean, they do merch now. So anytime I'll buy my daughter something, whatever artist it is, it's coming from the UMG warehouse.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Wow.
Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, like all these orders, Ariana Grande, all these orders that are fulfilled are coming from the same fucking place.
Why don't you let us handle that for you?
Uh-huh.
Is that something? It was your camera. They probably looked at you and were like, no.
Oh, he can't blow a bubble. He's not worth filming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have their hands in every single aspect.
Well, Drake is fed up with it.
Yeah.
So Drake is suing them because he's saying that Universal allowed the over distribution, I guess, of this song and like worked hard to make sure that everybody heard it, and it's made false and disparaging statements about Drake. So he's brought, and he's, you know, it brings up everything. You remember the cover and the like thumbnail for this song. It's not funny, Travis.
I was thinking of a comedian.
Different thing?
Yeah, totally different.
Totally different thing.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm about to mention, there's no way you're laughing at this. You remember the cover for this song was an aerial picture of Drake's house, and it had red markings all over it denoting where a sexual predator would live. Are you thinking about something else again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tommy Boy.
Right. That'd be a great movie. So Drake said, I mean, that's a terrible thing to do to somebody. You know, this is going to attract shooters, criminals, whatever, you know, people to harass me. There was a like shooting outside his house or something like that. All this stuff. Then they also said, you're looking up the cover of it?
I mean, that is funny.
It's
fucked up, though. I mean,
but it can be both.
Right. And by the way, if it was reversed and Drake had the hit diss record, like, he would be fine with it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because one of the other things in the lawsuit is that Drake is naming all the streamers that made reaction content based on the song. And he's saying that Universal didn't strike any of these streamers that resulted in millions and millions and millions of views and listens on the song. Because it was the big dogs of streaming, and that they allowed them to do these like 20-minute long reaction videos. They allowed them to listen to the full songs on their streams. They didn't strike them. They didn't do anything to them. So Drake is like, and since you allowed that to happen, it allowed the song to get out even further, and we're gonna put the blame on Universal for that, because they could have said no, you know, like you would have for any other song. He's saying you can't play that.
He thinks it's a personal thing against him, or is it? I mean,
I think he thinks that they went out of their way to make this song a hit and to get it in front of as many people and into as many ears as possible. And so he's blaming the lawyer has crafted this case where Universal can take all the blame for the amount of ears it got in front of. Meaning, I'm not suing the streamer. I'm suing Universal for all of it, because ultimately they're responsible for all of it because they allowed all the streamers to do it, and they wouldn't have allowed the streamers to do it for any other song. So he's saying that's the precedent. And then he's mentioning the streamers and giving examples, right? And so one of them is like Kai Cenat, who's like the biggest streamer in the world, right? Everybody's trying to get on this guy's stream. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's really funny is people like watch his streams, obviously, and they have all the receipts. So people were pointing out that apparently when Drake was putting out songs, he was hitting up Kai saying, stay on stream, I'm about to drop a song. So he's telling Kai, stay on stream, I'm about to drop a song, and when I do, you got to listen to it on your stream. You got to get the... Except, so it was okay when he was doing it for Drake's song by Drake's own text, but when he was doing it for the Kendrick song, he was like, well, now we got to sue Universal over this. You know what I mean? Like, apparently, and I haven't seen the clip, but that's what people on X and stuff were saying, that Drake was literally hitting up Kai and going, stay on stream. I've got more music coming.
Meanwhile, like when you have a monster hit,
right?
The labels just want to keep pouring gasoline on it to maximize it. They're
regardless of what it is.
Regardless what, they don't give a shit what it is. Mm-hmm. They're making money, and that's the bottom line.
Right. We've got a potential song of the summer here. We want to get it in. We want to get this Kendrick song in Macy's.
Exact, as massive as we can possibly get it, and maximize it till the last drop.
Yes. I think too that this is all happening right now because I'll bet Drake is fighting hard to try to get the Super Bowl taken away from Kendrick.
That's not gonna happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. But I think he's trying to display that it's going to be a legal issue. And so it's like not worth the hassle. Let's just get somebody else in there.
But this lawsuit has nothing to do with Kendrick, though.
Oh, yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. The Drake's lawyers specifically say this has nothing to do with the artist. He says they make it clear that the complaint is not, in italics, about the artist who created Not Like Us. It is instead entirely about UMG, the music company that decided to publish, promote, exploit, and monetize allegations that it understood were not only false but dangerous.
So
the amount of times that pedophile is in this lawsuit is so funny.
It says here, this is what it says. It says Drake is, this is the law, the lawyer says this. Allegedly. Drake is not a pedophile.
Yeah.
It says Drake has never engaged in any acts that would require he be, quote, placed on neighborhood watch.
But wasn't he certified? There was a certification process.
Yeah. Well, the original certification was that he was a lover boy, but then there was a second certification that did certify him a pedophile.
Well, like in personal training.
Right.
I have a personal training certification.
You have the certificate.
A corrective exercise and strength and condition. You get more than one certification.
I think it would behoove Universal to go to Kendrick and say, do you still have the certificate? Because if we could present the certification.
They usually send a PDF so you can retain it, even if you lose the physical.
That's good. That could change the whole thing here. I do love that they quoted it. Placed on neighborhood watch. It's a lyric from the song. It says,
this is such sour grapes.
It really is. Tell him I don't need to be on neighborhood watch. Drake has never engaged in sexual relations with a minor. No. I'm sorry. Drake has never engaged in sexual relations with a minor. Drake has never been charged with or convicted of any criminal acts whatsoever. By the way, did you know in that song when he says A minor, he's doing it in the key of A minor?
Of course.
He's
brilliant.
Old Kung Fu Kenny.
A lot of stuff is done for a specific,
like the numbers of things and everything. It's so fun to unpack it. Not for Drake, but for everybody else. It's
everybody
so fun.
but him.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's hip hop. You say like crazy shit. That's just It's. I mean, look at all the shit Eminem has said over the years of just talking shit on his records. It's just funny.
Yeah,
it's just the fact that this became the biggest song in the world.
Right.
I wonder if Eminem is going to sue the Insane Clown Posse because he does not have a slim anus. Hey, you remember the Insane Clown Posse said slim anus? And they're like, well, let's see it then.
Yeah.
And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, this is clearly not what any reasonable person would define as slim.
Slim anus.
You know?
This doesn't make Drake look good.
No. I would. What was the name of the manager of NWA?
Oh,
Jerry
Howell?
Because I was going to say Jerry Halliwell, but I was like, that's Ginger Spice.
Oh.
Jerry Heller.
Jerry Heller.
Yes, good call.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he probably, but But what would he have sued? He would have said we did indeed use Vaseline. It was not raw like that. I mean, there's so many examples of this coming up in song. I don't see, because there are so many examples of, like, especially in this genre of music, but in music in general, accusations like this being strewn about. I can't imagine that it would be a difficult thing to go like, this is what happens in music.
Yeah, I mean, Drake just needs to take the L.
Take the L.
And move on.
Move on.
And who said? I think 50 Cent said, "Go away for a little while, and let people miss you."
Yeah,
and it's really what he needs to do. It's like, hey man, like you had a great run.
Well, the problem is he went away for a while and then he came back with a lawsuit. Like, come back with a song,
or do something. Go back into acting for a little while.
You think Degrassi?
Just something. I mean, it's like he did it. Like he was the biggest artist for years,
but it got taken from him. He wasn't ready to go.
I mean, who keeps it forever?
Yeah, nobody.
Every artist has a time limit, and it's just like, dude, you had your run, and you have hits upon hits upon hits.
Yeah, but most artists, when their time is up, it's because they put out a song that it was a bad one, and then another one, and another one. You realize, oh, people aren't into this anymore,
or the public just moves on.
Right. It's not usually. Well, you know, Kung Fu Kenny decided it was time for you to go.
Well, this is bad.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
He picked a fight with the wrong guy. That's just, you have to take it like, hey, I should have knew what I was getting myself into by picking a fight with this guy.
And I also think
J. Cole did.
Picked a fight with.
Oh, yeah. He knew it was. He was like, never mind.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind.
And J. Cole is still the man.
Yes, people were like, okay. They actually respect him. They're like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think this would have happened if Kendrick also didn't suddenly become like the biggest rapper in the world.
And I would say
he's playing MetLife.
Forget about biggest rapper in the world. He's like in the conversation with, like, you know, Taylor Swift, of biggest musician in the world. Like, obviously nobody's Taylor Swift, but you know what I'm saying.
There's only a handful of people that can play MetLife.
Who doesn't know who Kendrick Lamar is at this point?
Yes, exactly.
He's a household name.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of genre, playing MetLife.
Playing football stadiums is reserved for a handful of performers.
How about playing a football stadium that they're doing the Super Bowl in at the Super Bowl, and he's the only one advertised, regardless of if people pop in or pop out. Like, it's the Kendrick Lamar halftime show.
Yeah, I don't think if all of that didn't
then I'll
happen,
sue you.
Yeah, I don't think he would be doing this.
It just makes Drake look like a baby.
It looks,
Especially because if he comes out with more music, he's probably going to use Universal to distribute the music again.
He's got a contract.
Right.
He's still touring. Isn't he touring Australia, like during the Super Bowl?
Yes, I think you're right. I think you're right, because there were rumors, right, that he could maybe come out at halftime, which I never believed.
No, that was never going to happen.
No.
He's very hurt by this.
He's not going to be in the country. He's not going to be watching it.
No.
He wants nothing to do with it.
I heard it was stupid. What did you guys hear? Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid. Yeah, it was dumb. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's in a weird spot. He's in a real weird spot, because also, like, what's the comeback song? It can't be a love song.
No.
Everybody's gonna make comments.
I mean, he just
love kids.
Yeah. Stop saying that. There was a whole lawsuit. I don't, by the way. I don't know. A lot of red dots on your house.
Yeah, he did it. He's good. Should just kind of chill for a minute, let people want him back, and then come back with a great record.
That's the thing. He's got to come back with a great record.
People move on so easily now.
Do.
They 100% do.
And people grow up. I mean, he's been around for when did his first record come out? Like 08?
Something like that.
07, 08? Like, dude, that's a long
Look up,
time.
when did, I think his first big hit was like...
his album was Take Care, wasn't it?
Yeah, You're the Fucking Best. Remember that? It was like a mixtape that first came out. You're the best I ever had.
Thank Me Later was 2010.
Well, I think Thank Me Later, I think it was even before.
That was the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. I am not a Drake fan, so give me a moment.
I think it's called Take Care.
Don't hum that. You hear what he's humming?
No, solo album, Thank Me Later.
No, it's a mixtape.
Oh.
Take Care was 2011.
Except he dropped a mixtape. That shit sounded like an album. Yeah.
What's the name of it? Do you know?
I think it was Thank Me Later.
Well, Thank Me Later was...
Or Take Care, maybe.
Take Care was 2011.
I don't know. Whatever. It was somewhere around then. So he's had 15
Room for
years.
Improvement?
Well, I don't care.
No, I'm not talking about me.
Oh.
Drake's first mixtape was Room for Improvement, which was 2006.
Well, he wasn't famous off that. Okay. But it doesn't matter. He's been famous for over 15 years is the point.
That's a whole generation that passed.
Right. Yeah, and you wonder if that timing thing too, like a whole generation passes, that means that if somebody is, 16 now, there are 30-year-olds that are also into this, going like, yeah, this is cool, right? And the 16-year-old's going to be like, oh, not really.
Kids don't care about Drake.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because he's been around for so...
Drake's an older
guy now. But I think a lot of times you are the last person to find out you're an older guy now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, do you remember, what the song was that was like, oh, shit, Drake, this is real with Drake?
Well, that whole wave that he got with, like started from the bottom, definitely put him on a different...
I think that's he did the motto, I think, before that was great.
Yeah.
But I think he, started from the bottom, was like, oh, he's superstar level.
That turned him into a superstar. If that's what you're asking, yeah. I think that's what it was.
And that was 2013.
Right. So that's a 12-year run.
That's a great run.
11-year run, because the Kendrick song came out last year.
That's true.
Yeah. And it was like an 11-year run of... Yeah, Best I Ever Had was the first big hit. And so that was I was in 2009. And then Forever. Remember when you did the Forever remix? I want this shit forever, man. Yeah. That was huge.
Then this is all 2010.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah, these were... And then all this stuff... Yeah, the motto.
The motto was great.
Was really great. And Take Care came... Yeah, from 2012 on. And started from the bottom was 2012. And look at... Hold On, We're Coming Home.
Oh.
This is all 2013. So started from the bottom was 2013.
I mean, but that's the thing. Hold On, We're Coming Home was a Vine song.
Yeah.
Remember it was big on Vine?
Yes.
And if you're a musician whose current music was big on Vine, you're old enough that it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean?
That just doesn't last forever. It sucks as an artist, I'm sure, when you're that high up.
And in that period of time, I can't imagine anybody having more hits than he did from whatever you want to call it, 2012 to 2022, however you want to. In a 10-year window, it's crazy the amount of hits he had. Insane.
Yeah,
there was always a new Drake song.
Unreal, and they were fire. He would drop another one, and he'd come out with 0 to 100. You'd be like, "Oh my god, this is great!" And then he'd drop. You used to call me on your cell phone.
Hotline Bling, yeah,
Hotline Bling. Yeah, you're like, "Oh, he can do some R&B shit."
And you never knew what was going to come out next. One Dance.
I mean, they're fire, and they're classics, and they'll last forever. People will love those songs forever.
Yeah.
But you can't. I mean,
you can't keep going. You can't keep making new stuff. I mean, for your fan base, maybe a lot of them will stick around.
Sure.
But in terms of what you were doing, which is being the relevant
and what's on the radio,
hot
and
thing,
what people are excited, what the people are bumping in their cars, driving down the street.
Right. It changes.
Yeah. And it just sucks that you got called a pedophile that made it stop.
Yeah. Yeah, because here's the thing. We're sitting there. What made Drake a superstar? It's a whole conversation. What stopped it for Drake? Kendrick calling him pedophile. it's everybody knows exactly the minute it happened.
It's a definitive point in time.
But what I think people forget was before Not Like Us came out, how fun that weekend was. When they just kept going back and forth, dropping diss songs. And it would be Saturday at 11 p.m. a new song would come out. Yep. But then, I mean, it was Oppenheimer. Kendrick dropped the atomic bomb, and he was like, I got another one if you want. And they were like, okay, waving the white flag. We're done.
It's almost like Drake is real. He's kind of like fluffy hip-hop, where Kendrick is sort of the real deal.
Kendrick brought the Crips and the Bloods together in a celebration of Drake as a pedophile.
He has great beats. His lyrics are just on point. You can analyze them and view them from different ways.
Yeah.
Where Drake really isn't. He's not deep. He's just making fun songs.
Right. So, I'm all in on I don't even think Drake needed to file this lawsuit. I'm all in on the Andrew Schultz Kendrick Lamar beef. I like that one.
Oh yeah, of course.
That one's fun.
I mean, Schultz, he's so fucking funny, dude.
It's crazy.
He has the biggest balls.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
He doesn't care. He's laughing about it, bro. If Kendrick Lamar was after me, it would fuck my day up.
Fuck my day up. I'd retire. If everybody's like, "How do we get Sam to just shut the fuck up and stop talking?" I'd go, "The wrestling stuff's done. Done with radio. I'm retiring from public life. I'm just gonna go be a private citizen somewhere." Like 2 years later, there'd be a picture of me, working in a restaurant or something or a bookstore. And he goes, "That's Sam, the radio guy that retired because Kendrick Lamar might or might not have mentioned him."
And Schultz just thrives.
He does. That's one of those things where it's one thing to thrive in conflict.
Yeah.
But when it gets hot, when it gets really hot, how do you respond?
He's smiling from ear to ear.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
It is.
It's really nuts. So we'll see how that goes for Drake. He's suing Universal. We'll see if he's successful. I hope he could use a win. I hope he's successul.
What's the best that could come out of it?
I don't know.
Money. He has enough money.
He has enough money, and the public perception is terrible.
And you can't take that record away now.
Well, what if you're just like, "Hey, everybody, forget you ever heard that song, okay? Okay. All right, Drake." Yeah, you can't just run around flashing those Men in Black wands at everybody. Forget the song. Yeah, meanwhile, I guess, was Britney Spears started the conservatorship conversation being a thing, right? Yeah. Because I feel like that's become so much more of a thing now, and I'm always very skeptical now, because some people, obviously, it's a really important thing, and they need conservatorship. Other people, there are definitely, I'm sure, bad actors who hear about these conservatorships because it's so mainstream these days and go, "Oh, I know a celebrity that's kind of wacko. I'll bet I could trick everybody into getting them into a conservatorship." So we got 2 conservatorships going on right now that we have to discuss. One is Bam Margera. So remember last week we were talking, or maybe it was beginning of this week, we were talking about the curious case of Natalia Grace. Well, now there's a new one. There's a curious case of Bam Margera.
Well, now it's like a series.
Right. And I told you they were doing that, the spin-off series.
And they're like single episode things.
Which I don't know how curious these cases are really going to be.
If they only take an hour?
Yeah, I mean, how curious could you possibly be? But Bam is still in Westchester, PA.
Look how beautiful Westchester is.
I mean,
honestly, I haven't seen a Westchester I didn't love. That's a name only bestowed upon the greatest of areas. But he's still living there in PA where he's comfortable. And I guess is he under a conservatorship, or they're trying to get him under a conservatorship?
I think he's under one.
He's under a conservatorship.
But I think he's clean now.
He is.
Now.
For now.
Yeah.
Although, as of this morning,
he's clean.
I think he's clean.
But has the damage been done? Sometimes that happens too.
I mean, his life is just a mess.
And the other thing about all the Jackass guys is it's not just the drugs and stuff. Like, it's also like concussions and everything else you could possibly imagine, and the fact that they're all nuts from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, between his ex-wife and his kid,
right?
He's just
like his uncle.
Yeah,
forget it. Yeah, let's make him a lovable TV star. Whoops!
Bad idea.
Whoops!
What happened with his uncle?
Don Vito? I don't remember.
I mean, they really made him like the next thing.
I mean, he had that wacky eye. He was funny.
Didn't he have his own show?
I think so.
He was the star of BAMS.
Yeah.
But then also, I mean, just at the very root of it, imagine all the stupid shit you did when you were a kid, right? And then MTV comes along and goes, "What if we paid you to just keep doing it?" And then movie studios come along and go, "What if we paid you a lot to just keep doing it?" And you stay in this state of arrested development so that by the time you get to your 30s, you haven't gone through that period of, I got to stop doing donuts on people's front lawns. You know what I mean? Like that it's been encouraged, and you've gotten paid handsomely to still act like an idiot, and everybody loves it. You have tons of fans because everybody loves it so much. And now again, it's that thing with Drake. Like, you hit whatever age that you hit, where now it's weird to see you doing all the stunts and everything. And how do you function? You've completely skipped that part in life where you figure out how to be an adult. You got like weird penis tattoos all over your body now, because nothing is forever. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Right.
and you got to figure out how to. They're just like, okay, we did it. Now it's time for you to just go and function. And you're like, I'm physically beaten. I put every chemical known to man in my body. And you just want me to just go live my life? Yeah, have a good time. It's got to be crazy. I can't believe Johnny Knoxville is as well kind of put together as he is.
He's celebrated.
He's the man.
He's the man. And he had a great WrestleMania match, but that's besides the point.
I don't know about that.
It was awesome. There's a giant mousetrap. They did Jackass stunts in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
They had the big hand.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
Love that.
But so Bam Margera has had some rough time. And by the way, on top of all this, like, your best friend in the world dies suddenly.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with that loss too.
Yeah. That really fucked him up.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because and it's also like all of a sudden, all that crazy shit you were doing. Oh, by the way, here's all the consequences all at once. Deal with it.
Yeah.
But now he's the curious case. And I guess this is already out, and I didn't even know.
I didn't even know. I'm going to watch it.
Should we watch it as a family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I'll watch it.
Okay. I'd like to see how Bam's doing.
I hope they show a lot of Westchester. It's beautiful out there.
I don't know if it's the curious case of Westchester, Pennsylvania.
How'd they get it to be so nice is probably what they'll ask. Is it, which one? I watched the show The Curious Case of Westchester. Which one is the best Chester? Because I think that'd be a serious...
That would be somebody needs to do that. Which is the best Chester?
Which one really is the best Chester?
That feels more like a BuzzFeed article.
At the beginning of The Curious Case of Bam Margera, does it make the statement, he also likes to shake things up a bit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want to watch this?
Yeah, I'd like to see the trailer.
Okay.
Ooh, dramatic.
It's curious.
I forgot how curious it was.
This is his house.
It's a nice place, nice little piece of property.
Hey.
Why do you suck so bad?
I'm
why are you so evil?
How am I evil?
Why the
do me a
police here?
favor. Please do me a favor, because now you're pissing me off. Back up.
Look, I literally came to tell
What the hell's going on?
Okay, so this girl that he's calling evil.
He said, why are you so evil and sucks?
Her name is Lima.
Shout out.
Jevramovic.
Shout out.
Jabroni?
Lima Jabroni.
She is in charge of his conservatorship. She was
Should be named Ligma.
She was named
Ligma Bowl. Okay. I think I can put the pieces together. Okay,
she became his guardian.
How? Where did Ligma come from?
I don't know. The documentary claims, so this show claims that in 2021,
right,
Margera's family tried to have an intervention with him, but he refused, and they sought help from her, who became his guardian in June of 2021.
Did he refuse because they refused to don't feed Phil?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, Don't Feed Phil was big.
It's huge. So she's in charge of the conservatorship.
Yes.
And she's got a cop with her, a state trooper from PA.
Yes.
And she's going up to the house, and I guess this must be his lady.
Bam is dressed very conservatively.
Well, he's got like a witch's shawl on. But I think that's kind of his look nowadays.
Well, this doesn't look new. He looks different now.
He looks like Taker.
You think that's what the Undertaker looks like?
On a good day.
I mean, this could be...
I don't think so.
This could be 2021, 2022. We don't know. We got to watch the show. Yeah.
Gotta watch the program.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now we're a little bit more up to speed. The conservator and
I don't
the
know
cop.
I don't know who has her face blurred. Maybe that's his girlfriend at the time.
I'm assuming that's his lady. She's got his back, that's for sure.
I'm guessing since her face is blurred that she's no longer his girlfriend.
She didn't sign off, that's for sure.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Back up. You did this on purpose. I don't trust you either. Get in the car.
I came to tell you guys.
My boyfriend, go.
Okay, that answered that question.
This is what you wanted. This is what you got.
Evil woman. Evil woman.
Okay.
You dumb.
No.
This woman.
No.
He's back.
No, you can't bring this lady back.
Same girl from Natalia Grace.
This is the legal expert who doesn't. She only speaks in sound bites. She refuses to talk like a person. She just acts as a narrator that is saying the things that like we're already thinking. So why do you need to say them? She goes like in the Natalia Grace stuff, she was like, you know, and this family claimed that Natalia was an adult. The question is, do they have proof? And you're like, who talks? What are you talking about? Who talks like this?
Beth Karras.
Does this mean she's doing all the episodes?
Yeah, they probably. Yeah, I bet. Yes,
she owns the brand, probably.
How could she be a legal expert if they're doing multiple cases on every single case? Seems like it would take forever. She drives me crazy. She's the soundbite lady. Wow. Okay.
Oh, and they're really pushing her.
We're here for Beth Karras. Okay, and it's the channel itself. They're making her a meme.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, dude. I guess she found her niche. I mean, listen, I would do it. I kind of do it on A&E for wrestling. But
you're like the soundbite kid.
But I actually know all, like,
you do.
They go because they probably do. There probably are people that look at me going, "How the fuck would he know about every single wrestler?"
You do.
Little do they know.
You're a historian.
They literally call me into Stanford, and they're like, they don't even tell me. They go, "We're talking about the Iron Sheik today." I go, "Great." They go, "Do you?" Yeah, I remember. Just ask me the questions. Yes, I remember. Okay, go ahead with her.
To make your own decisions. You remember Britney, right? A few years ago, the internet was obsessed with pop star Britney Spears.
Sure. So, number one, this is why I don't like her. She talks to me, the audience, as opposed to, like, she talks like the way sometimes on the radio you'll talk directly to the audience. On television, I don't need on a documentary a talking head speaking to me. I want her speaking to the story. I want her speaking to the case. I don't want her saying, "You remember this, right?"
Yeah.
Who are you asking? Are you asking the guy off camera? Are you asking the person in the doc? You're just talking to me directly. I don't need that. And second of all, when she asked, "You remember Britney?" my answer was, "Yes, of course."
Who doesn't?
And then she goes, "Well, I won't acknowledge that answer as a yes. I'm going to assume you said no." Who would say that? You remember Britney Spears, right? No. Who's that? No.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I know Selena Gomez. I don't know this Britney Spears lady.
Britney, right?
Nope.
A few years ago, the internet was obsessed with pop star Britney Spears.
Oh.
All of the internet is talking about this today.
Okay, this is it. It's driving me crazy. Why would you need to say... A few years ago, all of the internet was obsessed with Britney Spears, and then go to a clip of somebody saying, all of the internet's talking about Britney Spears. You just said it twice.
Dude, just wait. Like half this.
I can't take it.
Half this trailer.
It's driving me crazy.
It's about going on, and I want answers, and you want answers, and we all want answers.
A group of her fans were protesting the fact that she was in a conservatorship.
She's an adult woman. This is terrible, obviously. Hashtag free Britney.
That's a legal arrangement that stripped her of major life and financial decisions.
So what?
Not being able to rent a hotel room, rent a car.
She's not good enough to have access to
wait.
Dude, I'm telling you.
They're still talking about Britney.
That's why, like, I'm going to watch this. But I'm curious how much is actually about BAM and how much is about just like conservatorships.
Yeah, it really makes me think that they're going like, well, BAM's under a conservatorship. Let's put BAM's name on it. So it's got like the sort of, 2000s nostalgia. But then really we'll just do the Britney Spears stuff because that's the interest. Like the Britney Spears conservatorship stuff was very interesting.
Yeah, but they did documentaries about it. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Good. We all made a bad decision.
Yeah. And then I kept watching her Instagram. I was like, these documentary producers got some explaining to do
because
they
really
sold me on something I'm not 100% sure was right.
Sometimes these are good things. I think.
I'm not because you had me believing why would any adult be under a conservatorship, and I don't know. I think Britney was safer when she was locked in the foyer. Remember when they locked her up in that big giant foyer and she would just do dancing? At least she was safe in the foyer.
At least she moved to Mexico now.
She did?
No.
No, she did not.
She was.
She said she was. She changed her mind. She's an adult under not a conservatorship. Anyway, let's hear more about Britney Spears on the curious case of Bam Margera.
Allowed to get married. She is not allowed to have a kid.
Fans felt Britney was
Bam
denied
can't
these
get
rights.
pregnant.
Telling you.
Bam can't get pregnant. He's a boy. He can't do that. That's not an issue.
Troy.
Depends who you ask.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Twitter.
Is Bam going to beat up his dad while he's sleeping or not?
Yeah, exactly. Are we dropping like flour on people? Are we antiquing people or are we not antiquing people?
Where's the fisheye lens?
What are we doing and how far can we throw Wee Man? What are we doing?
Years longer than necessary.
I mean, imagine going through what she went through for 13 years. Would you be able to
The
survive?
trailer's almost over.
And as a result, she was trapped, basically
It's
living
all
her
this
life
lady
in a
and Britney.
cage.
Like this is a
still
human rights
Britney.
fight.
Still. Dude, the trailer is like 2.5 minutes. Over a minute of it is about Britney.
Well over a minute. We're 2 minutes deep and we've gotten what? 30 seconds of Bam Margera saying some lady's evil?
Yeah.
They haven't even explained who the people are. You told me. But they could have just said real quick, by the way, you know, here's what's going on in that clip we just played. Instead, they were like, here's a clip of Bam Margera. Anyway, Britney Spears.
By the way, I guess they can't show her face.
Oh,
See it?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Like, where's Chris Pontius?
Yes, Party Boy here?
Party Boy.
You like to party? I like to party. Party Boy showed up at WrestleMania too for the...
Oh, the breakaway pants?
Yes. I got to show you that. I got to show it to you.
I bought breakaway pants just because of that.
Because you do like to party. Because wouldn't it have been great if in a situation Chris Pontius had come up to you asking if you like to party, strip his pants off, you also strip your pants off.
And I'm in a banana hammock.
That's right.
Like, give me a documentary about Party Boy.
I want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
deep
where
dive.
do you learn to party? How much does he like to party?
Show me all the times you party.
Yeah. So anyway, back to Bam Margera.
This is absolutely despicable. What's going on?
Britney's not the only celebrity whose legal rights have sparked intense online debate.
One punch, you're done. How do I know? Because I'm the Britney Spears of Jackass. People have me so bad that I want the world to know what I've been through.
Today, I'm looking into the case of Bam Margera.
Okay.
Britney Spears
Okay, so that's how they're
of Jackass.
shaping this. That's
This
how
is
they're
gonna be her
shaping
show.
this. Yes, this lady is like, who? And by the way, who's she talking to?
You.
That's my like when she goes, today I'm looking into Bam Margera.
Yeah, she's telling you, Sam.
What is this, Johnny Carson? Like, she should sit behind a desk. How are you doing today, folks? Today I'll be looking at Bam Margera. Like, who are you talking to? I feel like Truman when his wife starts going like, and none of the calories. And I'm going, who are you talking to? What the hell are you talking about?
What the hell?
Like, when this lady talks, I'm in this, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking too closely at it. But my experience, the whole Natalia Gray stuff, watching this trailer, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. It makes me feel displaced from reality. I don't know what she's doing or who she's talking to. And also, all I've heard is Bam Margera is mad on the other side of a fence, mainly because Britney Spears. That's my takeaway.
And he thinks he's the Britney Spears of Jackass.
I mean, who else would be?
Everybody knows who the Britney Spears of Jackass is.
Chris Pontius?
No, it's Johnny Knoxville, obviously.
But he's not crazy.
No, but he's the biggest star.
Okay, so he's the Justin Timberlake of Jackass.
So does that mean that Bam Margera was fucking Johnny Knoxville and cheated on him?
I'm not saying anything on the air about that.
But I've heard.
Nice try, Sam. Nice try. Now, I wonder if they couldn't, like, get access to him? Like, why is he talking behind a
fence?
A fence.
I don't know. And then they had to put in a bunch of Britney Spears footage.
Yeah.
The curious case of Travis Teft.
What?
I tried to blow a bubble, and I couldn't do it.
That's not an hour. Nobody...
I mean, we did almost 40 minutes on
You
it.
think Beth is going to look into that?
I think so. I'm going to hit her up. Go like, hey, could you talk right down the lens of the camera directly at the viewer about Travis chewing gum? Yes, I can. Let me get my binder, and I'll put it right next to me and never acknowledge it. I can't stand her.
Today, I'm looking into the case of Bam Margera, the Britney Spears of Jackass.
What? That's it.
That's it.
And then now the intro. The Britney Spears of Jackass. And you're just gonna then the music.
This is gonna be nothing.
I mean, I'll watch it, but this kind of looks dumb.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it. Yeah, my expectations are very low.
There was barely any Bam in that.
And you know why they're calling him the Britney Spears of Jackass?
So they can talk about Britney Spears?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So they can do a whole, if it's an hour, it's 42 minutes. I think Act 1, probably 4 or 5 acts? I'd say Act 1 will be Bam. Act 2 and 3 will be Britney. Act 4 will be Bam. Act 5 will be Bam and Britney together. Okay? Remember I said that.
All right.
That's my prediction. Because I mean, that's the trailer. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll take a look. I'm curious to see what's going on. It is curious to see what's going on with Bam Margera these days.
I wonder if they show him in a pit of snakes.
You think they will?
I hope there's some Jackass footage, something to keep you entertained.
There's got to be some kind of pranks, right?
There has to be.
Has to be.
How could you not have a Bam Margera doc and not have pranks?
Like, what if he's stuck in a conservatorship and then his conservator comes over and he puts like a tarantula on her face or something like that? That'd be fun.
That I'll be happy about that.
Or like his conservator comes over and then he stands in front of one of those like tennis ball launchers and gets hit in the nuts with tennis balls. I would want that.
That's funny.
That sounds good. And then they go back to the legal person that goes like, "Hey, this is what makes him Britney Spears. She also got hit in the nuts with tennis balls."
Is
this Bam in a pit of snakes?
Not real, dude.
What happened?
I want out. Bam. What? Don't do this to me. Yo, seriously, get me out.
This is so evil.
It's evil.
It's evil. So hit pause so I can explain what's going on. This is from Jackass 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so as like the prank, it seems so stressful being on the set of these Jackass shows because they're trying to ruin each other's lives, like
24/7.
24/7.
This is what friendship used to be like amongst men, though.
Well, that's and then that's why men ended up so broken emotionally.
No, we were winning.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about that. They put him in a pit, right?
Well, he falls into it,
and he's got a horrible
false floor.
Right. Sorry. They built a false floor. He's got a horrible phobia of snakes, so he falls into the pit, and it's full of what he thinks are snakes. And he doesn't even know he's shooting a scene, by the way. That's how stressful this is. And then he goes, "Oh my God," and he's freaking out. And he realizes they're fake. But he's so freaked out by them that even with all the fake snakes, he's got to get out of there. And by the way, he's got boxing gloves on his hands. And then that should be the prank, right? Like that's the fun, it's all, ribbing prank. But then, as he's trying to climb out of the pit, which is just too tall for him to climb out of, they start dropping massive real snakes in the pit.
And he's freaking out, they're all laughing at him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's funny.
Oh, they're dropping them on his head.
Dude, stop!
As he's going...
Stop!
Oh, jeez, I'm stepping back.
Dude, stop fucking with me!
Hey, Bam!
It's all of them.
Dude, I fucking hate you guys!
He's crying.
I think some of them were rattling.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Everyone's smiling.
Jeff Tremaine is just like, this is fun. We're all having fun.
It's not funny.
That's what guys do.
It's not funny.
Bites like a rattlesnake would be quite poisonous.
Fucking asshole.
Like, and then people go, well, I'm sure there will be no long-term ramifications for stuff like this. This is literally what you would do to somebody in Guantanamo Bay.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry, dude.
Dude, that is the worst fear I could ever imagine. You fucking dick-sucking fucking asshole. Motherfuckers just did that to me.
Johnny Knoxville, not only does he not feel guilty, he's wearing a sailor's hat and is giggling.
He's wearing a sailor's hat and an orange shirt that says "totally straight" in rainbows with a unicorn on it.
Oh, what a time.
Knoxville is the fucking coolest dude ever.
He is. He is. And then, by the way, just while we're talking about conservatorships, apparently this morning, the last conservatorship doc I watched was the Wendy Williams doc. Did you actually watch the doc?
No.
It was amazing. Like, she was in real rough shape in it. Real rough shape. But then...
Yeah, I saw the clips. Like, she didn't look...
She looked terrible. Terrible.
She was a person.
But then also... They said that some of the people that were making that doc were trying to make her look bad.
Yeah.
To further the conservatorship. Like, this is another one of these conservatorships that people, one side, including Wendy, says they're taking advantage of me. I don't need a conservatorship. The bank has locked up my funds. And the other side is saying, well, what do you think she's going to say? She needs a conservatorship.
Like she's an alcoholic. She drinks like a bottle of vodka a day.
And they're saying that she's developed dementia.
Yeah, like she's just
and it's
totally...
the type of dementia that some people say can be brought on by severe alcoholism. And so, like, you know, I can't imagine being Wendy Williams. I mean, literally top of the world.
Top of the world.
Figured it all out somehow.
Top of the world in two mediums.
Yeah.
You conquer radio.
Conquering radio at a time where it was real difficult to conquer radio because the medium was on shaky legs. She conquers it, and then she does what really very few people have effectively done, which is go from radio to TV. I mean, even Howard, it was like a TV show of the radio show. I mean, go from being a radio personality to a television personality.
To a daytime television personality.
Daytime.
Where it's so easy to fail.
So easy to fail. Wendy did it super successfully. Most people know her from the TV show, not the radio show, which is saying a lot. And she did it for, what was it, like 9 seasons or something?
The majority of those go for what? A season? And then it's like, this isn't working.
100%.
And it's very rare that somebody, like, you know, something clicks. And
she's in that Ellen conversation.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
And so I guess she was on the Breakfast Club this morning with Charlemagne. Because, you know, Charlemagne got his, you know, big start with Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
He was like her sidekick way back in the day on radio. And so it was interesting that they had him on. I haven't obviously listened to the whole interview because it aired this morning, and I don't know if you've heard, but I do my own radio show. But they did just post this clip. I was very, very curious as to Wendy Williams' take on her conservatorship, and if she's in the right or the other people are in the right or no, I don't know.
Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
Wendy, tell us what's going on.
First of all, to start with, my niece Alex knows a lot as well, you know, but I am not cognitively impaired, you know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying?
She's still
I'm in New York.
doing the Wendy thing. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? She would say that all the time, like on the radio. Do you know what I mean? By the way, do you know about what Wendy would do on the radio and stuff? Do you know what her whole shtick was?
I never listened to her on the radio.
Bro, she was insane. Like on the radio, her whole shtick was announcing that rappers were gay.
Yep.
Like that was her whole thing, and she would do it all the time. And by the way, she was on the Here's What's Really Going On with Diddy thing 15 years ago, and like to the point where she would get in real trouble, like people from Bad Boy like records, and I don't mean like legal representation, I mean the people that you don't want knocking on your door would be like outside the radio station being like, Wendy needs to stop talking, Wendy needs to stop, and she'd just go on and be like I think probably of the era, at one point or another, every rapper Wendy either said or said probably was gay. That was her whole show.
That's funny.
It's great.
Oh, she talked about Diddy this morning.
I'll bet she did.
She says Diddy will go to prison for life. You don't know the things that I know about Diddy back in the day.
Well, yeah, because she found out all this information, and then also was one of the people trying to be silenced by Diddy. So she kind of got a taste of what his power was then.
She said it's about time.
Wow.
Diddy done.
You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
I gotta listen.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
I love her.
City, right? And Alex, you know exactly what you're talking about. You flew from Miami to New York, and you were right here with me. Go ahead.
She's there in New York, in this place, essentially like what some would call a luxury prison. This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment, and you know this, not Wendy, because you're there, it's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window.
And, excuse me, through my money, you know, I had this person buy the TV, you know, the kind of TV I like, through this person, because all of my stuff is in storage. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's in storage. And by the way, that was to sell my apartment. But anyway.
Is the person your guardian? Is that who you're referring to, your guardian?
Yes.
Well, you know, Sabrina Morrissey is her name. A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your condition, and I'm putting condition in air quotes. You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial
gotta stop
and
tapping the
failed
table.
administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse. What do you think of that?
I can't believe he's tapping
and the
the table.
person that you were talking about, this guardian person.
Come on, dude.
We watched that 4-part thing on TV
Get in
together.
ears.
She was the one who wanted to do that. So I'm watching and writing things down, and she's watching and writing things down, and I saw all of that, by the way. And what do I think about being abused? Look, this system is broken. This system that I'm in, this system, it has falsified, a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They said you're cognitively impaired and you're incapacitated.
Oh, I thought they were looping that again. Well, whatever. I think you get the gist. We'll go through it and see if there's anything interesting. But yeah, I mean, she sounds like herself.
Listen, I've been fooled once.
You're not gonna get it.
Okay, it's gonna take a lot for me to believe that somebody should not be in a conservatorship now. Because Britney got me.
You think she should still be in conservatorship?
Britney?
Yeah.
I pray for her.
Oh.
I'm not a religious man,
right?
But I pray for Britney.
I mean, where do you draw the line between, well, they made the money, they should be able to blow it on nonsense?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
Right? Like, if they want to live like that, I guess they should. But Britney goes back to, like, what I just was saying about the Jackass people. Like, imagine taking somebody like Britney at, like, whatever, 15 years old, conditioning her to be a pop star.
Oh, yeah, she's fucked up.
Yeah, taking that whole period of life away where she has not figured out how to be an adult at all. All she knows is she's not a girl, not yet a woman. And then once you're done with her, once the money train stops rolling, it's like, okay, figure it out.
They were mean to her.
Oh, yeah.
They're terrible.
You watch all those old shows, they're asking her about her tits when she's like a kid.
Yeah.
And even when they were trying, like, Diane Sawyer was like, seriously, though, tell me about your titties. like it was like with the foggy lens and everything. No, this is a professional journalism interview. Let's bring it up.
Yeah, we're asking, like, teenagers.
How about them fake titties on
have you had sex with Justin?
You fucked them?
16, man.
She's like, what?
What are you talking about?
I'm underage. Okay.
You're a grown woman.
Yeah, well, big deal. Tell me.
It was the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me right now. You're my property. You're here for my entertainment only.
But then at the same time, now she's saying she's in kindergarten. And it's like, well, maybe she should have somebody watching over her money.
Is it a Billy Madison situation?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like she could still be in kindergarten.
Like because she has to take over her dad's hotel empire?
That's right. And she didn't realize there was a silent C in the word rock. The C is
R-O-C-K.
R-O-K. Yeah.
And if she identifies as a kindergartner, who are we to say that she's not?
Troy,
okay,
I don't
he's
think
getting back into Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not mine to say.
Okay, all right. Well, then maybe, you know what? Maybe you don't need to say anything.
I'll turn off my mic.
You ever think about that? Never crossed your mind, did it? Maybe you shut your big fat mouth. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see about Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
I just want. I mean, I don't know. I want everything to be okay. I heard there was one clip of her old radio show when Whitney Houston called in, and she asked Whitney Houston, "What does she tell the kids when Bobby Brown goes to jail?" She goes, "Do you tell him he's do you tell the kids that daddy's at work? Do you say he's on a trip? I mean, because he's only going to jail for 8 days, so you could say something." And Whitney was she was furious. "Don't comment on how I raise my children," she said. Furious.
Now look at where she is.
Wendy or Whitney?
Whitney.
No, come on.
Why would you? That's
why are you doing
that's
that?
classless.
That's
I'm just saying, who's right?
Yeah, well, guess what?
What?
Whitney Houston could chew bubblegum.
Yeah, okay.
Not you.
She was a queen.
She's amazing, isn't she? Whitney Houston?
I mean, one of the best ever.
Unbelievable, that voice. The fact that she could do pop, like just straight up, like pop that lasts forever.
Yep.
And then also do just those like big, more adult songs. And take a Dolly song and turn it into something completely different.
She is missed.
I miss her.
Me too.
This one over here, Lucifer.
I mean, Corey Taylor's got range too. Like,
well, Corey Taylor's great.
Corey Taylor's great.
What do you think? With the one good singer, Corey Taylor's also great.
Yeah, we can talk about Corey Taylor, but we're talking about
Whitney Houston came up naturally in conversation.
What? What's that? What's that?
I could take her or leave her. I recognize how great she is, but I'm not like.
You want to dance with somebody is not like.
Yeah, it's a great song.
You're not going to bop?
No, I'm not bopping.
You're going to be like, oh, why wouldn't you put on Slipknot?
Yeah. Oh, wait,
one or the other.
Is so much better.
Yeah, like nobody's talking about that right now. Like we can listen to Slipknot later.
Okay. Sorry, I've had a rough morning.
Yeah, you're on one today.
You are.
I'm not pleased with it. We're going to take a break, okay? We got we should probably talk at least a little bit about what the playoffs look like this weekend, and we got to do best clip of the week. I can't wait to hear these picks. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
We'll be up all over the place. SiriusXM app, of course, as well as everywhere else you get podcasts. And YouTube as well, if you look up Satisfying Podcast. But it'll be up at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, myself and Nicole from the Morning Mashup. We do absolutely discuss her dropping her phone in the toilet. She's very frustrated that everybody keeps saying it's gross. She explains why it's not gross. Also, she saged her house.
What?
As if that's going to make a lick of difference.
What is the point of that?
Well, I talked to her all about it. She saged her house, so things should be good going forward.
What?
Yeah. The house is saged, so it's no problem.
You realize you've had her in your house the last 2 weeks with lice and a doo-doo phone?
And sage.
Yeah. I mean, that just seems so stupid.
Yeah. And then she also, I asked if her husband thought it was insane, and she said not only did he not think it was insane, he asked her to sage him as a human, personally.
Matt, come on.
And then apparently the sage rules are you're not actually supposed to sage people. That's actually bad luck.
I mean, it's a good thing that none of this means anything anyway.
That was also my perspective.
I mean, thankfully, it's just silly bullshit.
That was kind of explained my sort of take on it as well.
But Matt wanted to be
saged. Yes, that's a fact.
What an idiot.
Yep. That was also my take. But yes, you can listen to or watch that right after today's show, 11 a.m. Eastern, YouTube, or here on the SiriusXM app. Also, shout out Peace in the Middle East. You know, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
We got a ceasefire.
Hostages
Well, they probably
coming back.
The area. Saged, yeah, everything. Maybe we saged so well that we got that ceasefire. And then you see Biden. I mean, you tell him he's not sharp, but he wasn't having none of it. You see that one person at the press conference that was like, "This because of Trump, right?" He was like, "He's like, what are you joking?" He turned around. He's like, "Was that a joke?" He wants He wants this to be his legacy. The last thing he did, he got a ceasefire between Israel and Gaza.
He did such a good job with Afghanistan last.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about this. Only this. This is the legacy because it's the last thing he did. Everybody knows that. Your legacy is always whatever that last thing you real quick did was. So don't worry about that.
Hunter off the hook?
No. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about peace in the Middle East. We can start saying it again. Nobody had brought it up, so we got it. Here's Biden making sure people know. No. Don't let that other asshole that's going to be here next week try to take credit for this. No.
God, it's next week.
Yeah.
It's like 4 days.
Yeah. That's how weeks work.
This, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke?
It was a good turnaround, too.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, for a guy who has a lot of gaffes, that slow turnaround smirk, is that a joke?
That a joke?
It was actually a cool move. It was a cool move. Glad we got our peace. Because this weekend's going to be anything but peaceful. We got a lot of we got a serious NFL playoff weekend on Saturday. Texans are in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
You want my locks?
Oh, you got locks?
Oh, yeah. I think that now that we're limiting games, we got 4 games this weekend.
Yep.
I can do locks on 4 games, I think. Okay. All right. You ready for my locks?
I am very excited to hear your locks.
Okay. Sammy's locks.
Is this money line or spread?
No, this is money line. I'm not doing spread. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
So you're really going to go out on a limb here. Okay.
Well, no, I'm doing my locks for the money line. Look, I've got to know my own limitations. Okay. I'm not a spread guy yet. Maybe next year.
Ew.
Maybe for season 3 I'll be spreading.
Okay.
But not yet. Okay? Locks of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City beats the Texans.
I see that happening.
Okay? Because in Kansas City, they win a lot. I think they're going to win again. That's my take.
This is your analysis.
That's my analysis.
This is your own.
Yes.
You didn't chat GPT that?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Second game on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
The miracle team of the Washington Commanders are going to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the miracle ends. I do. I think they had a great season. I think even the Commanders fans kind of know it. You heard in Peter Rosenberg's voice when he called up the show on Monday. He kind of knew, even if it's over here, it's okay, and that's not how winners talk. I think, and the Lions have they've been a force. They've been a destructive force all season long.
And a lion can beat a commander.
Okay, well, I am a little bit more advanced in my football knowledge than that, and I don't want to give people the wrong impression. I'm 2 seasons deep.
Okay.
My lock is Detroit.
All right. That's a good pick.
Okay.
I could see Washington with the upset, but I doubt it'll happen.
It'd be a major upset because they go, Sammy locked this in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody's taking this betting advice right now.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just so you all know, this is not financial advice. I think I do that. I'm not a fiduciary.
You have to qualify.
Yeah.
You're not a fiduciary.
Yeah. I'm not a fiduciary. So just so you guys know. Okay, Sunday games.
Yeah.
Rams at Philly.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tougher one. I've been watching these 2 teams closely.
Mm-hmm.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay.
Philly's my pick. They got the best fans.
We should get into that.
Yeah, I know. We might have to wait till next week, but just ruin everybody's life.
That's evergreen.
Everybody's life is being ruined around that incident. Yeah, Philly over the Rams. I think that the divisional the conference championship game will be Detroit and Philly.
Okay. So far we're going for all the heavy home favorites.
They are in Philly, yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
I'm going to take Rams.
Oh, I love it. Okay, you're going against my lock.
Yeah.
Very risky.
I think the Rams could beat the Eagles.
I think they can. That's why this one was a little tougher for me. The first 2 games, my lock was in pretty quickly. This game, I had to think about it. But I got to trust my gut. I'm going Philly.
That's fair. Then we already know the next one.
Baltimore in Buffalo. I want Buffalo.
How dare you?
I do. I think Baltimore's going to pull it out.
All right.
I think Baltimore's going to pull it out. I could easily see Buffalo doing it.
I like these picks.
Buffalo's so good. And then Baltimore goes on against Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Detroit,
and then
Philadelphia.
My Super Bowl is Kansas City, Detroit.
That's wrong, but okay.
Why? You think it's Kansas City? Oh, you think it's Baltimore? Of course you do.
Of course I do.
Yeah, my Super Bowl is Kansas City, Detroit.
Mike, how do you feel about these picks?
Locks.
Sorry, locks. How do you feel about Sammy Locks?
Yeah. Call me a bagel store. These are the locks.
I don't see Dan Campbell letting his guys lose at home.
Okay.
There's been too much going into that.
But I picked every other home team.
Yeah.
Dan
Campbell, Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be such a huge disappointment.
You think if they lose the game, it's going to be because of him?
I mean, he does get a little reckless sometimes. He likes to. Jim is not here to get furious about this statement, but he does like to stick to their identity.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he does.
So seeing what happens on 4th down. Now, I think they're just going to. I think if I was them, run the ball effectively, keep Washington's offense off the field, and then at moments where you kind of have them on their heels, you bust out some of those Ben Johnson wacko trick plays.
Mm-hmm. And they got them.
Where they lateral the ball to an offensive lineman to throw downfield or
Nobody's got
like
better
that.
trick plays
It's
than
just
Detroit.
fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
So I think the most vulnerable home team is, other than the tight game between the Ravens and the Bills.
The line has swung to Baltimore. Baltimore's favored by 1.5 now.
Because of this?
Yes.
Because they're listening to the locks? Wow. Yeah. I didn't realize. Look, with great power comes great responsibility.
I think the Eagles are the more vulnerable home team. I think if...
I could see the Eagles losing.
If the Rams can make Jalen have to beat them, I think the Rams have a very good chance.
Saquon.
I think that they have done a great job hiding a lot of parts of Jalen Hurts' game with their running game this year. And I think it's just begging to be exposed.
They beat an incredible quarterback with Minnesota. Huh? I'm saying they were able to overcome an incredible Minnesota quarterback.
Which week?
Feels like dogpiling.
You don't think that's very fair? It's not nice?
Poor Sam Darnold.
Okay, but will you pick the Rams?
Yeah, I would for fun. I'll take the Rams. I would love to see that happen. I would thoroughly enjoy. Nothing would give me more joy than seeing the Rams go into Philly and win.
Yeah, you got to have a rooting interest.
And then see the Buffalo Ravens one is tough. They're both so good. You know the Bills are going to get a hell of a pregame speech.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's probably going to talk about Benghazi and 9/11, all sorts of stuff.
For sure.
Probably have a few Hamas anecdotes in there too.
And is this the first season since we lost OJ?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They might do this for the Jews.
You think the Bills? You think in the locker room it's do it for the Jews?
He's a Buffalo legend.
They are going to be ready to gash the Ravens defense.
Yeah, I didn't think when I picked the Ravens.
They're going to slice through it.
When I picked the Ravens, I forgot this was damn.
Ride or die.
Damn.
OJ
feels that way as well.
Historically, the Ravens have had some killers of their own.
Yes.
That's true.
Well, no, acquitted.
Right, accused.
He was credited in the area.
Accused.
And he's the GOAT, so we don't talk about Ray Lewis in a negative way at all.
He's great.
I love him. Either way, it's going to be a knife fight up in Buffalo. We'll see how that one comes out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So your picks. Got them down for you.
All right.
We'll see how you do.
I think great. Locks, not picks. Locks.
Parlay those together. Throw a cool 100 on there.
Ooh. Make sure it says locks, though, not picks. You keep saying picks. It's bad for branding.
Sam's Locks.
Okay.
Sammy Locks?
Sammy Locks.
LOX?
Yeah, LOX.
Okay.
It's like the locks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that we got our locks in, that's important. We also need to do real quick. Let's run through clip of the week. We started with Mike last week. Let's start with Troy this week. See, we're being fair because sometimes these clips get taken.
There is a clear winner for me.
I agree that there's a clear winner.
Can I tell you something? Troy and I have the same winner.
Do you have a backup?
Oh, of course I have backup.
I can do my backup if you want.
No.
No, you're first.
Okay. You're first, and we all know that this is the winner.
This is a winner.
Clear winner. I feel like this changed my life.
Okay.
Because this is so unbelievably funny. I wish this was happening when I was younger.
Okay.
It's greetings and salutations, you fine shit.
Shits. There's two of them.
Hang on.
Greetings and citations, fine shits. Would you like a YN like me? You good?
You good?
No, yeah, I think, on the week that we may be saying goodbye to TikTok forever, there couldn't be you talk about legacy. There couldn't be a better legacy than that one. Okay, then let's go to Travis next.
Okay. I will, since we already did Fine Shits.
Fine Shits.
It's not a new
clip.
With
a Y, by the way.
SHYTS.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a new clip.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing makes me laugh more than...
This is a good pick.
Than this.
I don't know.
You called him a cheater earlier.
I was just joking around. I don't think the SEC paid players ever.
Period.
I'm joking. Are we not? Is this not a fun show?
No.
Serious show?
Serious football.
Like Alabama Jones is very serious.
It's a great pick.
Shane Gillis versus Nick Saban. Alabama Jones. I was laughing at that since it happened.
That's a great
pick.
pick.
I'm so happy that we talked about it now.
Yeah, that we highlighted it here on the show this week. And it was brought up because of Shane's call in to the Notre Dame after show on YouTube, which, by the way, that could have been a clip too. Just the random.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Mike, do you have a favorite clip?
I do.
Okay.
Sam, you're a big film buff.
I love film.
Where would you place like something like Citizen Kane in your all-time list?
It's very, very high. Very high.
Get ready to knock it down a slot. Because
what's your clip, Mike?
There was a moment that we watched from a film that's a couple of decades old, but I think sheds new light on it, and we're going to look at it completely differently. And it's going to earn its place amongst the all-time greats.
Nobody on earth is supposed to hear. I hear that stuff. Strike.
So your clip of the week is in the rom-com What Women Want
from 2000.
From 2000, the portrayal of the foreign woman speaking gibberish.
Well, many fine pieces of work are not appreciated in their time.
Sure.
Andy Kaufman.
Sure, that's right. And now we realize, yeah.
Yeah, well, think about
and everybody went like this. They saw that trailer and they go, everything's fine here.
Think about with an archaeologist unearths like some old pottery or something like that. We're captivated by it.
That's right.
Right?
Studying as a civilization from before us.
But 2,000 years ago, that was just a fucking pot.
That's right.
They didn't care.
Oh, wow. I love that perspective.
We have found this incredible relic.
That's right.
Of a bygone era.
Right. Where we're sitting there going, we're mesmerized by it. But in the year 2000, people, for whatever reason, just assumed foreign people think in gibberish.
Year 2000. I saw the Indian girl in school.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get inside her head, figure out what does Jazz Neat want.
Right. Of course.
And when I looked at her, that's exactly what I heard.
Right. Wow. Well, it's amazing to put everything in perspective like that. That's a great pick, Mike. Great pick amongst all of you. The beauty of this is the segments in which these clips were highlighted will be a part of tomorrow's Best of the Week. And I don't know for sure if Mel Gibson coverage would have made Best of the Week had it not been for this. There was just a lot of stuff this week.
Will now?
It has to now for the integrity of all of this, as well as fine shits, as well as Nick Saban versus Shane Gillis.
And much more.
And much more. We'll be on holiday on Monday, because it's a holiday, and we'll be back live here on Tuesday. Be there. We'll see you then. Have a good one, everybody.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.